Hello YouTube, welcome back. We're playing Cryptbeards, Fortress number 18. It's good, isn't it? What an intro. Amazing, right? No, you flatter me. I can tell that you're just saying it because you want me to feel good. You're lying. It's a shit intro. How dare you bloody pity me? How dare you pity me? Does that work? Does the aggressive intro work? I don't think it does it? I'll try to try something different next time. What was that? Oh, so what happened 30 minutes before? Never a bad time for coffee. It's a little bit late in the evening, it has to be said. And they'll get to a point where I'm tired, too tired to stream, yet too agitated to sleep, so to speak. So, you're sitting there with your legs bouncing up and down on the floor going, da, 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 I got caffeine in my system, with your heartbeat going a bit fast. And then, it's not a good way to get to sleep, is it? Anyway, enough babbling. Let's get in with the action. Let's get in with the action, on with the action. That'll do. So last time, if I remember correctly, we found some adamantine, a little bit of the old candy. So if we head down a bit, I think we'll find around here somewhere, we appear to have made some kind of... look here. Here's some of the sweet, sweet candy. Look at it. What if I go up a floor? Oh yeah, there's more of it. So we've designated areas to be cleared around it, and it looks like, yeah, this floor has yielded some actual harvestable adamantine, which is beautiful. So what we need to do is start setting up the pipeline to process this stuff. Really, I mean, otherwise it's just going to sit there and add dumb value to our fort without actually having been used to make anything. So I think the first thing we have to do is extract strands, isn't it? Or do we make wafers? Or do you make strands to make wafers? I'm not sure, but just collecting it up's good enough for the first time. Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker, says Archimedes. Well, I mean, quite possible. Depends where you want to go. I mean, both can lead to tooth decay, but, if that's not your end goal, then I suppose. What am I talking about? I'm an insane person. Extract strands and make sure they don't go to the hospital. Very good idea. Well, I think you'll find I'm way ahead of you there. I don't have a hospital. And if you don't have a hospital, tap side of nose, you can't have your candy threads go there. So there we go. All good stuff. Right, so let's maybe set some hotkeys up before we start, because I've got F1 here at the top, F2 down in the food court, F3 down in the sort of proto mine, which appears to have, what's this, a crundle? It's a crundle. Has crundles running around it. Running around it. What's happening to me tonight? I can't speak. And there's nothing bound to F4 or F5, so I feel like maybe I should go down to the candy cane, the candy zone. I want candy. I don't know how that song goes. And it seems, I don't know why I chose that sort of weird grunting thing to do to sort of substitute for the lyrics I didn't know. Forgive me. Hello to Crazy Cat. Okay, I am completely new to this game, so what the heck is going on? Well, apparently what happens is Twitch chat goes crazy and then refreshes with lots of weird spacing in it. That's very odd. But anyway, let's forget about that and say what's happening in the game. Essentially, you bring 7 dwarves out to a little patch of abandoned land. You dig into the ground or the mountains or whatever, mine yourself out a little home, and your dwarf colony develops and probably ends up dying. So that's essentially what's going on here, and I have just achieved peak material. This stuff is adamantine, but it's risky to mine because things can happen. But anyway, we'll get to that later on. But let's not do any spoilers immediately. It might be a nice surprise for somebody watching for the first time to see what happens when dwarves tap candy. And that's not the name of an exotic dancer. Right, we want to assign more digging around here. I also need to figure out what kind of stockpiles does adamantine end up in. If I go back up to the surface. Okay. Oh, someone's cancelled shear animal. No creature to shear. Well, that's to be expected. The goblins came and killed all of our alpacas last time round, so nothing to shear, nothing to milk, no cheese, no wool. It's not good. So let's keep going down the stairs. What workshop do we need for adamantine? Because we can set it up on this floor just below the cemetery. In fact, just in preparation for that, I am going to build some doors, which I assume we have some of, Got 10 doors. No, we had less than 10 doors. No, we had fewer than 10 doors. I do apologise. My goodness. How dare I get that wrong? So I think is it a crafts dwarf workshop that you use to extract strands from... Do we use the crafts dwarf workshop? I think we do, don't we? In fact, there's an easy way to check. Let's go up to the nearest crafts dwarf workshop, which I believe is this workshop. Why is it not paused? Holy shit. Add a new task, and can we... Yes, extract metal strands. So, crafts dwarfs workshops are the order of the day. So let's pop one down here. Build workshop, crafts dwarf workshop. Oh, look at that. I knew the hotkeys straight away. Didn't even have to look at the menu. And we'll build it out of rhyolite blocks. Why not? Lovely little bit of rhyolite. And in that case, we're going to make some specialist stockpiles. We're going to say, well, that's a farm plot. Don't want to do that. We want to make a... Is it a stone stockpile? Let's have a little look and see if a stone stockpile starts us off in the right place. And we will put all of the lovely... Where? Qu'est-ce que c'est? There we go. We'll put all the lovely stone stockpile around here. And then we'll go into it, change the settings, go down to stone. It's not a kind of stone. That's okay, because we'll just disable stone and come down to bars and blocks. Let's have a look in there. Enable. Don't see adamantine in there. Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay, yeah, okay. So that's all we want in here. So we want to... Does it actually come in bars? I'm sure that's accounting for the fact that it's not in bar form, isn't it? So we're going to forbid other materials, forbid stone clay. We're going to forbid metal blocks, and we're going to forbid blocks of other materials. And in here, we're just going to... Actually, can I do it the other way around? Forbid, and then come in here and say... Adamantine. Damn straight I can. Okay, so adamantine goes in there, but I feel like I need to go to all my other bar block stockpiles and make sure adamantine does not go there. So in that case, we need to go up to the surface, down to the workshops, which I am going to put on hotkey 4 while I think about it. Shift H, F4, Z, N, workshop. There we go, that'll do. And then so if I press F3, we go there, and F4. Hooray! Beautiful stuff. Getting good with the menus, it takes practice. It does. Well, I'm doing it once a week now, and I have been doing it even more frequently in the past. So let's hope it all works out and my experience levels grow and I get to level up. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, where was I? Yeah, that workshop for that guy making the adamantine stuff. So we go down to our lowest workshop, which is crafts dwarf workshop at least, which is this one. This is a crafts dwarf workshop, right? The mouse cursor won't work. That's a boa's workshop. That's a siege workshop. This is the crafts dwarf workshop I made. And so in here we want a stockpile for, I think... Hello, Big Indian Fish. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. You don't happen to know what kind of stockpile that adamantine thread goes in, do you? Let's try cloth. It might be cloth. Oh, hello. What's going on there? H for cloth. There we go. Let's try it. Bonk. I don't think we're going to need a whole too long one. I think we can just do it with a half size. Shouldn't be a problem. Then we click on that and say change settings. Down to cloth, and thread. There we go. This is very, very easy. Just what we wanted. Okay. And then hopefully we'll be able to get it all in. That's good. It is cloth. Ah, good. So, I tell you what. for those of you who are new to Dwarf Fortress watching live, let's do a little tour of the fortress. And of course, that's going to be a nice little primer for anyone who does know a bit of the old DF, but, you know, wants to know what's going on exactly here. So, we've got our first entry level. In fact, let's zoom out a little bit to show the full extent of the level. What we've got is a nice mountain front here. If I go up a few levels, you'll be able to see. There you go. It's reasonably steep, but not world-endingly so. We've got a sort of secondary little spire down here, and then a nice open area filled with fruit trees and all manner of fun things. I say that, it's not that much fun. In fact, it's a bit of a pain in the arse, because there's not quite enough wood to really see us through what we need for the wood, but oh well. If I zoom back in now, as you can see from when we were zoomed out, there's a volcano, which we have tapped for the use in lots of magma forges, which is nice. It gets things done. That's what you want, really, things getting done. Hello, Tiraj. Welcome back to the stream. Okay, and around here I've set myself up with a little stockpile for ores, stockpile for bars of metal and stuff that have been processed. These are the smelteries that are smelting all of the ores into bars, and these are the kinds of workshops where things get made out of metal. So you've got your blacksmiths' forges, your weaponsmiths, your armour smiths, which are basically the same thing, but, you know, it's just fun to say they're different. And these over here I think are weapons and armour stockpiles. Hooray. I don't remember why I dug this room out. If I'm honest, it clearly had a purpose, but what it was for, who knows? Maybe we'll use it again later. We've got a stack of bedrooms here going up. Oh, have we got them going down as well? No, just going up. Those are for the people who work in the forges. I should really assign them to those beds now, but I want to get on with this. I'm not going to sit here floundering around in bed assignations when I could just be showing people my fort. Here we've got some farms. I'm a little worried about the fact that they've got soil walls. I believe, I could be wrong, it seemed like to me I did have enemies who burrowed through walls before, but apparently that isn't the thing and I needn't worry about it, and this is perfectly fine, but we'll see. As you can see here, I've got myself a nice little lava moat with a drawbridge, and there's a couple of retracting drawbridges here over a very deep pit, which is not fun to fall into. It's not. It's got some it's got some silver spikes at the bottom, but only on a couple of squares, because turns out you need 10 per square, which is crazy in my eyes, but whatever. Then we've got a little trading outpost, OBS. We've got some cage traps here, which protect the inner fortress here from the mine shaft, which also leads to, I think, a few caverns, about all the caverns. But other than that, it's kind of not very exciting down there. We've got some exciting stuff to show you, but nothing too exciting. Here are some barracks where we're training up a couple of squads. I will admit my military might is not what it could be, but we've been able to seal ourselves in for the previous sieges. So, yeah, we can limp along with what we got for now. This is where I have my preliminary stockpiles, but it looks like I've started to remove most of them. There's a finished goods stockpile there, and what's this one down here? Bar block stockpile, and that's it, just a bar block stockpile. It's probably getting loads of crap that I don't want to go in there, isn't it? Maybe I should de-designate it. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get rid of that just while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise it will sit there and the wrong things will get put in the wrong places, and everyone will complain, and it'll just be a nightmare. Bloody nightmare. There we go, that removes that. So, where were we? Yes, a quick grand tour. Let's pause for a second because I'm concerned things are going to happen and I'm going to miss out. As you can see, I've stacked my fortress vertically. This is the message from chat that I took to heart, and it has really affected frame rates. If you're playing Dwarf Fortress, having trouble with the frame rate going a bit too early for your tastes, because it all goes in the end. But if you want it to last a bit longer, try building vertical. Apparently it sorts all sorts of pathing issues out. Stops them looking for routes that are super long and they just go up, 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 and they're really super happy. So go with it. On each floor I've put a bedroom, a workspace and a storage space, going from top to bottom. As you can see, here's the carpenter. Nice little storage space for some wood. There's the carpentry workshop. There's the carpenter's bedroom, a bit messy. There's an office for him as well, just in case he needs it. And I think this is for furniture. Looks like it, yeah. But yeah, and so on. So all the different types of crafts dwarf and masons and all that kind of stuff. They all have each got their own floor, and they sleep on that floor. And sometimes they've even got their own little dining room. Isn't that lovely? This is a little dormitory floor because we have had somewhat of a population boom. I would have preferred a smaller influx, but oh well, so be it. We'll just have to deal with what we've got. There's another Craftsdwarf workshop. This is our jeweler's floor. This floor is what? Craftsdwarf, I think? Yes, there's the cemetery, and then that means this is where the adamantine's going. We already have a bin here. You can't already have thread extracted. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Speaking of which, let's get into this menu and extract metal strands and make that an infinite order, please, because I don't want any raw adamantine lying around to be accidentally used in bullshit little mood buildings. No, we want to know exactly where our adamantine's going and when, and if possible, why. The Crazy Cat says, by the way, I'm sorry that I could not join the last stream. I was already watching another stream. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Had a nice little afternoon of Kenshi. I got interrupted by the shopping anyway, so I had to go and stop playing, so don't worry. What are they running outside for? I'm not sure. They automatically place a bin in each stockpile. Ah, okay. That makes sense. That would explain why it's there. Anyway, on with the tour. Keep going down. Empty building floor. That's a siege engineer's floor. I've never used siege engines before. I've just sort of experimented by putting that there. There's a bower's workshop. Empty, empty, empty. Loom? Clothier's workshop? Or swapped around either way. That's the bottom level of the pit, by the way. Just in case you're wondering. And here is our sort of social / food floor. Got a lot of laying birds here. There's all the male birds, just to keep their little sperms off of the eggy wegs. Make sure they don't get fertilized. And have any babby wabbies? Okay, that's going too far. Sorry. And then over here we've got food and drink stockpiles with a kitchen. Yep, a still for making booze, and here's a couple of farmers' workshops which we should have used when we had alpacas to milk and shear, but sadly we thoroughly failed to exploit that. And this is of course a nice big dining room for everyone to hang around in. Here's our stinky industries, tanning and butchery, and this is a little stockpile of friends who've got caught by our traps by the looks of it. We've got all sorts of stuff down here. We've got spiders, we've got trolls, we've got troglodytes, we've got moles. Oh, it's nice, we've got a little rhyming gang of beasties down there. Hopefully that trend will continue. Anyway, as we go further down, this time via the stairway up here. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, sorry, there's the mine floor where we're getting a lot of spharlite from. I mean, it only makes copper and silver, but not much silver and quite a lot of copper, which is annoying because we would like some more exciting materials, but it's the material we found, so it's the material we deal with. These are cavern layers. If I come... Where are my stairs? There's my stairs in the top middle. If I go down a bit... Oh, hello. Stairs down here. What happened there? Oh, of course, they went through a cavern baffle. Yeah, okay, there's the other layer of the mines. So you have to go a bit weird through the mines to get down here, but if we keep going down deep enough, we will discover the beautiful bounty that awaits. Look, sweet, sweet candy. Otherwise known as adamantine. Oh yes, we've got tons of the stuff. And as long as we're super careful, and as long as we're very gentle with the stuff, it'll be fine. No clowns. This shit won't get Pennywise at all. Okay, where are we going now? We're resuming, letting the action flow and see what happens. I mean, ideally, we're going to get a load of that adamantine upstairs, and we're going to find ourselves in a good position to be making arms and armour. Who knows, maybe we'll even get a second vampire to sit with Mayor Clay Cree, and, you know, we can sort them out with some sweet, sweet armour and swords, and they can practice for ages. It'd be good. It'd be very nice. No problem to Crazy Cat. I'll catch up with you again when I'm playing something a little less esoteric. Anyway, where was I? Hello, Sniper Joe 2. Welcome to the stream. Where was I? I got totally distracted there for a second. Yes, the candy processing. Now, once we've got strands o' candy, what do we do with those? I don't think we've actually got any yet. I should probably check Dwarf Therapist. Give me a moment. Let's head over there right now. Da, 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 da. Hello. There you go. It's my face. Right, let's have a little read of the dwarves, make sure we've got all the information we need, and have a look to see if we've got any strand extractors. It's highly unlikely, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. So if I click there, nobody even has it enabled. We have no strand extractors, which means we need to start training people from scratch, which means sort by profession, find the peasants, look for the ones you haven't actually put any skills on. Actually, I wonder, does related roles, 50%. Okay, I'm just looking at all these names here and wondering who to assign to this task. Excuse me. I'm having a moment of deep thought. I'm wondering if there's any stats I can look at for them to see. So attributes. What's good for strand extraction? Can I see what the strand extraction skill? What if I right click? Oh no. Assign strand extraction to everyone. No, I don't think so. I don't think that seems like a good idea. I mean, sure, for some skills you want to assign them to everybody, but strand extraction, that seems like you want to get someone to get good at that. You want someone to just focus on that one thing for some time and get really good. So to that end, let's go and make English here. Oh, hang on, what's this mean? Happiness, miserable. He is utterly harrowed by the nightmare that is their tragic life. Within the last week, he felt embarrassed after sleeping without a proper room, frustration after being uncreative for too long, frustration after being unoccupied for too long, frustration after a lack of decent meals for too long, frustration after being unable to be extravagant for too long, frustration after being unable to practice a craft for too long. See, assigning him the task may well undo the unhappiness, so I'm going to give him strand extraction, but as a backup, I'm also going to give old Cadol here a little bit of strand extraction in their daily routine, just to make sure that, if one of them goes mad, we have a backup. I call it the insanity clause. It's like Santa Claus, but very un-Christmassy. Although in many ways, probably quite Christmassy. But that's a very bleak, dark way, and we should probably avoid going into that little corner of the triangle of trouble. Okay, so I think that's that. Unless anybody wants to claim a dwarf, are we got anyone here who wants to grab a dwarf and give their name to it? We have a vast number of them still free for it. Let's have a quick look and see who has a nickname. We have 7 dwarves, perhaps an iconic number, who have nicknames: Orchimedes, Buckshot Brigade, Fuzzy Logic, Clay Cree, Not Suspicious, Rando 304 of Rando 303 Derivation, and Sanctum. But nobody else. Nobody else. I mean, we've got Grumpy Strands. I mean, we could call him Grumpy Strands. Let's do it. Let's find him. I have finally decoded what you meant in my mind. I don't know why I didn't understand immediately. English can be Grumpy Strands. Here we go. GRUMPYSTRANDS. Grumpy Strands. There we go. So at least now we know when he goes mad that we'll be able to recognise him. We won't have forgotten about that. Anyway, let's get out of here because we don't really need to be a dwarf therapist any longer. Bye-bye. And here we are back in Dwarf Fortress again. Wonderful. Let's leave things going. Oh, wait a minute. The game was running without me paying any attention in the background. Well, shit. Never mind. Can't be helped. Luckily, no traders have turned up or new migrants, which is good, although the game would have paused if that had happened, so not so much of a worry. Still got quite a bit of wood out here, which does make me think our carpenter might be being underutilised. Let's have a little look. We got beds on order? Yeah, we got loads of beds on order. How about... We've got a big order for menacing silver spikes. Oh yeah, we've got to fill the bottom of the pit, that's why. Ah, well. We'll see how it goes out. Hopefully we'll get some shearable animals. That would be nice. If someone could come along and trade us some shearable animals, that would be fantastic. And probably this time we should keep them indoors, rather than having them out here and just be super vulnerable to any kind of goblin horde that might decide to just descend from the mountain. Are they still going nuts for fishing over here? A few seasons ago, fishing over here was just all the rage. They couldn't get enough of it, but suddenly they're not interested anymore. Maybe they've become too dark adapted and now every time they come to the surface they vomit. That could be what this green colouring here is. No, it's grass. My dwarves seem relatively vomit free, which is nice. if unusual. We're doing quite well with the old plump helmets fields as well here. I'm quite pleased by that. Oh, you can fish ponds dry. Well, that would make sense. That would probably explain them stopping. Have we got adamantine up here now? We have. Look, they've brought it up, but nobody's actually doing the deed. That's a leatherworks. That's probably going to explain why. We want to be here. Okay, they haven't brought any adamantine up yet. That's a problem. But we should get there. This bedroom here, I should probably assign to one of the strand extractors, shouldn't I? Let me have a quick look. Cadol Rodington. Yeah. Or we could give it to Grumpy Strands. Let's give it to Grumpy Strands. Why not? Let's see how he fares. Grumpy Strands may improve. There we go. Assign bed. Anyone? I can just search, can't I? SGRUMP. There we go. Grumpy Strands. You can have that bedroom. How do you like it? Oh, got a partner as well. Old Cog the Ranger. Eldresh, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Don't tell the elves, says Sniper Joe 2, but all the fish are gone. They're more interested in trees. They would probably be more intrigued by a game of poo sticks than having a little bit of an angling contest. But there you go, that's elves for you. Excuse me, I'll have to clean that up later. Fool! I've let my hatred get the better of me again. Now I've got to wipe my flob off the floor. Never mind. So, really what I'm doing now is kind of biding time until the adamantine comes rolling in. Let's check out... Oh, hello, it looks like someone has been sick. Stone floor, a pile of vomit. I knew it would happen. I knew someone would chunder. It always ends up being the case. That little pathway to the outside just littered with vomitus. Although, maybe it's time to start thinking about coming indoors. Maybe we could maybe try and cut mushrooms instead of trees to get our wood. That might be doable, and then we could just seal off forever unless some traders come. I mean, it's not the craziest idea in the world, is it? Not yet. Not yet. I'm not ready to seal off from the surface just yet. During times of siege, no problem. No problem at all. Who gives a damn if the gates are sealed in a siege? But just in general, I want to be able to exploit this rich surface biome just for a little bit longer. We are doing a lot of gathering. I'm not sure, but I'm fairly confident that our brewing industry is probably leaning quite heavily on the fruit trees out here. But we'll see. That may not be the case. We certainly haven't got all of the cut wood in yet, which, you know, if you're going to cut it down, may as well use it. You know, bring it in, make something out of it. You can't sell it to the elves for exotic animals, but who cares? They normally bring trash tier shit anyway. Look at it, this time round. I bet this time they bring fucking mating pairs of chimpanzees and all sorts of crazy shit, and I'm going to be going, oh, the elves, oh, I'm alright with elves, some of my best friends are elves. They're not. None of my friends are elves. They wouldn't be my friends if they were elves. I would cast them out. I'd say, begone, begone, foul knife-eared fiend. Talk us not to me. I have no truck with your wombles. I'm for some reason I just decided to insert the word wombles in there. It has no reasonable place in that sentence, but nonetheless, here we are. And once again, I'm issuing an apology for something I said. Hey, why not? When in Rome. Not that that actually has any relevance here either. Hello, Clinadev, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. You can restock the fish with the Region Pop's DF hack command, incidentally. Ah, what about Legolas? Says Claycree. Well, I have 2 words that will tell you all you need to know about Legolas. Fuck Legolas! Sorry, I have to clean that up as well. I'm going to have to stop doing that. My girlfriend's come down. My girlfriends? Pluralise that one. That's a bit weird. If my girlfriend comes down and sees that on the floor, she'll think, oh, she'll draw conclusions that aren't necessarily warranted. Let's put it that way. Let's stop talking about nonsense and get on with the action of trying to dig out more of this adamantine. Because clearly, very clearly, hello, there we go. It's not coming up here for some reason. And that may be because it hasn't yet been hauled out of the ground adequately. So let's get down here to where we know there is some. Well, some has been taken away. So, I know what might be the problem. If we go back up to, I better hotkey this bloody Craftsdorf workshop as well, because it's starting to piss me off having to keep going back here all the time. Capital H, it's going to be hotkey F5, zoom here, name, Strando. There we go. F4 is here, F5 is there, fantastic, we're down there. Good, although we do now have to go all the way back down to the adamantine level. Up 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm hopelessly lost. Maybe we should put a hotkey down for this as well. Ah, here we go, we found it, don't worry. So, now we want to designate some mining stuff. If we gingerly tap out some of the stuff around the edges, we shouldn't encounter too much trouble, right? We should be okay. What the hell is this all about? This doesn't seem safe. Oh, that is safe. That's perfectly safe, scoundrel. Stop panicking, you big baby. What do you think's going to happen? What's the worst that could possibly happen? It looks like all of this might actually be available as well, which is nice. That would be good. Although this looks a little riskier. Don't think I want to quite tap that yet. It's not ripe. Which, now that I say it out loud, sounds incredibly creepy. Let's not use that again. This is taking forever to dig out, although I suspect that may be because they just can't reach that floor. We may need to try digging stairs down. Oh, they can reach that floor from here, though. Look, they can get here. We priority 1 this. There we go. Start digging around, getting into those little cracks, exposing the surfaces. That's what it's going to be all about. Exposing surfaces. A little bit of the old surface area. If you find yourself suffering from strange things like this, seek help. Or just begin streaming. Oh, sorry, I've missed that. We've got some purple pinky text at the bottom. Stinthad Sazirostath, the Thresher, has been possessed. Well, let's take a little look at Stinthad, shall we? Where's he gone to? Where is he? In here, there he is. Look at him go. Let's follow him around, capital F. See what he does. Hopefully our miners can be trusted to get on with that little project I've set up down there. And we'll see. Fuzzy Logic says, oh wow, chimps, best animals I've bred. With a giant tortoise. Now, that sounds like a pretty handy one. They must get quite a bit of eggs out of those. Quite a bit of eggs, quite a few eggs. And also probably decent meat and shells and stuff. Good ones to breed. I, of course, had a little bit of a fiddle with the roars before I started this one, but I'm not sure I did it correctly. I think I might have beansed it and it hasn't taken effect. But I did set a lot of non-usually trainable animals and make them trainable for war, including the one that I'm most excited about, bees. So we'll see if we can train war bees. I don't know how effective they'll be. They could be incredibly effective or they could be pitifully poor, but we'll see. I think because elves and goblins don't feel pain, they might not be as valuable as we'd hoped, but we'll see. Okay, he's just hanging around in there now. What does he want? He needs bones, tree, so he wants wood, bones, stone, uncut gems, bones. Okay, so what has he got? Let's have a little look in here. He has bones, logs, and uncut stone. So he's looking for uncut gems. I think it's just uncut gems he wants, right? Rough colour. Bones, he's got wood, he's got stone. Uncut gems. No problem, sir. Do not worry, I will source you the finest uncut rough gems as soon as I can. It shouldn't take too long. There's usually a few knocking around. I mean, we could ding up some of our walls, but do I really want to do that? What's this shit here? Tetrahedrite. Okay. Tetrahedrite in a pile of vomit. Sounds like a painting title. What would tetrahedrite in a pile of vomit look like? Would it be a literal interpretation of the title, actual picture of a lump of tetrahedrite in a pile of vomit? Or do you think it would have some kind of symbolic nature, some kind of otherness other than literality? Otherness than literality? Somebody has to stop me, otherwise this is going to get out of hand, and I'm worried that it already has. Otherness and literality. Fucking unbelievable. Animal. Oh dear. Rough colour. next embarking emblem, maybe. We'll have to see. Hello, Sergeant Indy. Welcome back. We're looking for some gemstones. I mean, there's some right here in the walls, but... oh, look at these. These aren't actually too bad. We could pop these out. What are they? Oh. What are these gemstones? Come on, game now. Don't... Heliodors. Sounds good to me. Let's press D, right click, Control V. Is that it? It says only one Heliodor in the wall. Oh, man. Well, hopefully they'll get dug out quick. Although I have sent a lot of priority 1 orders down very low in the mine. Nope, someone's picked it up. It's fine. Stop panicking, you lot. Honestly, you're such a load of sissies. Calm down. Everything's going to be absolutely fine. Everything is under control. Still no adamantine here. He's still looking a little bit perturbed, but if that gets dug out, he should run straight for the pile. Or straight for the gems, at least. You going to go? You going to pump those little legs? A little bit of stumpy pumpy? No? Of course he's being a dick about it. Okay, let's see if we can spot any more sources of gems that we can just quickly skittle out of the walls there. I think if we go down to here and look in the cavern layers, we may get lucky. Oh, we could look in the edges of the stairs, actually. That's not a bad place to look. Oh, well, turns out not a very good place to look either. Easily accessible gems. Oh, look, there's someone hauling some adamantine right now. Beautiful. Just what I wanted to happen. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to have to bust into some walls. In fact, are there any on the floor where old Crafty is? Yeah, look, there's a couple of little doodads over here. Let's click on those. Boom. What are they? I didn't even check what they were. Amber opal cluster. Ah, amber opal sounds pretty good. Opals are very pretty stones. Maybe we should have him using those. He doesn't appear to have gone to get his rough cut stones yet, so that's a little bit of a problem. But this one has been selected. There we go, and boom, should be on the floor. He ain't interested. That isn't what he wants. Okay, let's have a look. Keeps muttering. Has he started constructing? Oh, for Christ's sake, he's already started. Completely missed it. Never mind. Oops, a daisy. Don't do that. Right, back down to the adamantine then. Now here, keep going down. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. They do seem to be taking their sweet time. Oh, that was it. I was going to assign wheelbarrows. In fact, I'm going to assign a hotkey down here to the adamantine. I think that makes sense, right? F6. Zoom here. Name. No, actually, let's be a little bit coy about it, shall we? Candy. Who doesn't love a little bit of candy every now and again? There we are, back down to the candy land, and we can clearly dig out all of this shit. Let's do it. Dig. Boom, 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 boom. Safe. Dum, da dum, da dum, diddlum, dum, dum, dum. Safe. That's safe. That's safe diggings. We don't need to worry about that. While we're here, let's take out some of these gems, because they're here, they're free. Why not? Let's take out all the stuff we might like. Actually, there's a load of it over here, isn't there? There we go. That's more like it. Is this even gems? It seems incredibly common. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's head up a few floors. Yeah, they're still not doing any digging up here. Got a few designated squares, but they don't seem to be able to access it. Although we'll figure out that problem later on. We'll sort out all the low-hanging fruit. Ah! Stinthad Sazirostath, the Thresher, has created Ilromkatak, a horsebone chain. She offers it to the organised salves. Well, let's take a look at our horsebone chain. It's worth 28 grand, so it's not anything to be sniffed at. This is a horsebone chain. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of alder. This object menaces with spikes of heliodor. On the item is an image of Vrith-marked mines, the dwarf and dwarves in horsebone. Rith-marked Mines is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Rith-marked Mines to the position of Baron of the Jade Helm in 94. On the item is an image of Fatab Yelbans, the human, and Declined Spires, the troglodyte, in schist. Fatab Yelbans is making a plaintive gesture. Declined Spires is striking a menacing pose. The artwork relates to the mortal wounding of the human Fatab Yelbans by the troglodyte Declined Spires in Carnage Girder in the late summer of 1052. Well, there we go. A beautiful historic memorial there. A memento mori, if one will. If I will, and I will, for sure. Right, let's assign some wheelbarrows to this bad boy, because I've just realised we've only got one, and perhaps that is slowing shit down. So we'll assign 10 wheelbarrows to that one, and we'll see if the dwarves make any hay with that. Yeah? You do that? I'm going to start extracting strands? Going to start strand extracting? I'm not sure they are. Make a well out of the chain. That's not the worst idea in the world. We don't have a well. So that might be a good idea. Although we do need to find a suitable place for that well. Which means we need a suitable source of underground water. Which basically means... Come on, scoundrel. There we go. Basically means going down into these caverns, and I think over here, this is the only water I know of that we could really tap. Oh, this is a fairly substantial area. It's over by the volcano. Bit of an issue. However, actually, all we need to do is channel. Oh, there we go. If we go up here, channel there, or in fact, holy shit. Gonna dig out a little room. Oh shit, what's going on there? Dig out a little room here. I think it's a nice high priority. I've never really done a well before. This is a first for me. And then if we go down, yep. And then we just channel out the middle. That's how a well works, isn't it? There we go. Hopefully that'll get done quickly. Then we can make that well. Oh, excuse me, stretching. Oh, very nice. And once the well's in place, we'll have water. And we won't have to go to the surface at all, really. Only for traders and whatnot. Won't that be a delight? There we go. Channel all that out. And then we build a well. What's a well? Is it a W? No, it's not. It's L. And we pop the well there. Bonk. We make it out of... Let's make it out of obsidian blocks. That sounds a bit cooler. With oaken buckets... That's the thing, isn't it? That's the... Yeah, that's what we want. And we'll make it with obsidian mechanisms. Why not? Sounds good. Well, there we go. My first well complete. Let's also dig out this square, which for some reason they've neglected to do anything with. And hopefully it'll all work out. Although, having said that, they do have to travel a fair distance to get to the well. But it's not the worst. And we could theoretically wall it off from all the dangerous shit as well. Oh, no we couldn't. It's on the other side of the stairs. We have to wall this whole bit off. That's fine. That's fine. We're fine. What's even more fine is watching all that lovely adamantine flying upstairs. Is it coming up here? Oh, look, they've brought wheelbarrows. They've brought wheelbarrows. Let's have a little look at our stocks and see how they fare. Stocks. E. There we go. And then we type in adamantine. We've already got strands. This is a good sign. We've got 21 raw adamantine, 2 in a job, currently in a task, and well, I think we're well on our way. We're well on our way. This stockpile must already contain strands. Very nice. Very nice indeed. How did I do what so quick? Make the well? I don't think it's even been constructed yet, has it? Nope, still awaiting construction by the look of things. Needs architecture. Someone must have architecture enabled to get down here. Come on. Gotta be someone out there, right? No? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, our chef has started making masterpieces. That should be good. Should fill our dwarves' bellies and make them happy. And if it doesn't, well, Maybe we'll have to throw them in the volcano or something. That could solve a lot of problems, I think, that volcano. We should probably set up some temples. I think one of the things that I've done right this time is I've not immediately set up lots of things that draw visitors to the fortress. Whereas previously we've had tons of non-fortress citizens wandering around. The only people we've had turn up as guests so far really have been the monster fighters, which is nice. You know, very nice. Because the traders, not the traders, sorry, what are they called? Bards, that's the word, bards. They don't really bring much to the fortress in terms of practical value. Sure, there's a chance they'll make people happy, but meh. Okay. How is the stocks for steel leggings doing as well? That's a very good point, isn't it? We need to sort that out. This is the wrong screen. There we go. Z stocks, STEEL. So we have a lot of steel chain leggings. Oh, not like that. Like that. There we go. We need to melt them all down. There we go. Keep those going and add to our steel bar collection. There we go. That's what we want to see. And also, at the same time, level up our armor smith skill, which is really what we want to see. We do need to use up a lot of this bloody copper though, so maybe I should start. Have I already got an order in for spiked copper balls? Because I think we need to increase the order if we do, because we're not getting enough done. Spiked copper balls, infinite. Well, there's not much scope for increasing that order, so we'll let it lie for now. We'll let them work on their spiked copper balls. How many do we have? That's a good point. Let's check out how many spiked copper balls we have. Spiked copper balls. Quite a few. Exceptional ones, finely crafted ones, masterful just ones, superior ones, and well-crafted ones. Nice. Very nice. Although, still a lot of copper. Actually, we need more bins. Let's get more bins on the go. Unless I have lots of orders for bins already. I do. They just don't seem to be getting made. Or maybe we just don't have enough of them being made at one time, and therefore we're not meeting demand. Who knows? Well, somebody paying attention probably would, but I'm not really paying my full attention to this, funnily enough. Sitting here babbling away, just blah 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 blah. But that's okay. As the great Bob Ross said, happy little dwarves. This adamantine game is so slow. Maybe I should take some time to figure out my my military a bit more, because so far we only have 2 squads. It may even be time to start assigning some steel armour. I mean, how much steel do we need per suit of armour? Does anyone know? Can anyone tot up the numbers and figure out how many steel bars I need for a full suit of steel armour for a dwarf? And then we'll know when we've got enough. What's happened here? We've just been drawn down here for some reason. A gremlin. Perfect opportunity for our military to practice. Where is the little bastard? Anyone see him? Gremlin. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll find him. And I'll tell you how we'll find him. With Squad B. The Willful Castles, sorry. And I want them to attack from a list. And then if we go scroll down, there will be a gremlin. J. There we go. Let's give that order. Off. And presumably that's... I don't see the gremlin anywhere. I want to follow it, but... is that... There it is. Look, I've seen it. There he is. There he is. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Follow. Right, there we go. Come on. Has he got wind of our military already? Oh, here they come. They don't wait around. They're straight down here. Lightning fast. Like whippets. Here we go. Here we go. There's the combat. They're charging in and... Let's take a look at the combat reports. It could be over. Could well be over. There it is, the gremlin fighting. Okay. The wrestler punches the gremlin in the head with his right hand and the injured part explodes into gore. An artery has been opened by the attack. No shit. No shit. The wrestler grabs the gremlin by the second toe left foot with her left upper arm. Let's all take a moment to look at or in the direction of our left foot second toe, presumably the one between the big toe and the next. They got that with their arm. Okay. Good. Good wrestling. Good wrestling. Okay, let's go back up to the surface and see what's going on up here. Now the goblin's been dealt with, our military can get back to what they were doing. I'm just going to check chat. Nobody did the maths. Nobody has taken up the flag of my plea and gone, no, it's all right, I'll tie it up. Anyone know at least the full suit? What is it we need? We need, of course, leggings, boots, a helm, a shield, all that kind of bobbins. And I think once we've got all that, I think what I'm going to go for first is steel armour for the main military, and then we're going to maybe kit like a few people out in adamantine armour if we can get the numbers. That's really the key. If we can get the numbers for adamantine, then yeah, sure. Actually, they've not done too bad digging that lot out, have they? Let's have a little peeky poo. If I say dig at priority 1 here, that should expose some of this stuff. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, there we go. Look, someone's come down to do that, and then hopefully each time we dig out a square, it'll expose a little walkway round to this. But that doesn't mean we can get to this, does it? Although maybe it can. I'm not quite sure what floor these... It's confusing. It's confusing. But if I say up, down, stair there, and go down a floor like that, see how that works out. Let's see how it works. Adamantine helms and cloaks is what I do, says Ocelot. Okay. Could do that. That makes sense. Adamantine cloaks. Adamantine helms. I mean, I'm sure we can get a full suit of armour. We're getting a fair amount of adamantine here. It's not chump change. Where is it again? I've bloody lost it. There it is. Idiot. Can't even keep track of static rocks. But hey, who can, eh? Who can? Okay, have we got that well built yet? Yep, the well is in operation. We could theoretically now close off from the surface, but I feel like it's premature. We have yet to have a single successful trade. Every single attempt to have someone trade with us has been thwarted so far, and I think they've both been the mountain home. I'm not sure there are any other species close enough other than goblins, which is disappointing to say the least. But, you know, on the plus side, no elves knocking around, stinking the place up. So that's good. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? In fact, it's an almost utopian vision. Ah, I'm feeling all tingly just thinking about it. Right, come on guys, get more adamantine done. I wonder what we can make adamantine out of. I'm going to have a... Wait, make out of adamantine, rather. If I go into here and type in adamantine space... Oh, okay, quite a lot it turns out. Swords are apparently the peak weapon for adamantine. We do need to make wafers, don't we? Yeah. Okay. I don't see wafers in there, to be honest. We want to avoid making anything other than weapons and armour out of it, I think. Maybe, hopefully it'll be picked up in a few moods, but we'll see. We shall see. There doesn't appear to be wafers in... adamantine wafers. Bosh. There we go. And 0 for a perpetual order, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good. So, and where do they make the wafers, by the way? That's not done in the Craftstools workshop, is it? Is that done down in the forges? Or technically up in the forges? Hello, Bag of Holding. Welcome to the stream again. Candy wafers indeed. Although I'm in very unknown territory here. I've had very brief dalliances with adamantine in the past, so I don't quite know what I'm doing with it. I'm not quite sure on the workflow. Let's have a check in here. See what this does. So, pins and ammunition. No, it's not that, is it? It's other objects it would probably be in, right? And is adamantine an option? No. Adamantine does not appear to be an option. Okay. Fair enough. So this isn't the place to do it. Maybe it is done in the Craftstools workshop. Maybe I'm being a big silly. Let's just check that. Add. Extract metal strands, I see. But I do not see the wafers. They're only wafer thin. No? Yarn bracelets? Sure. Not sure they're going to sell as well as stuff made out of adamantine, but whatever. Give it a go, why not? Do we need any engravings for memorial slabs? I'm sure some more people have died since the last lot. A smelter to make the wafers. Ah, well that's good. We have a lot of smelter throughput. In that case, let's go and have a quick peek and see if those orders are being taken up. What have we got here? Melt a metal object, smelt tetrahedrite ore. The orders haven't come through yet. But hopefully they will. Hopefully they will. And in time, from the smelting of these wafers, we shall create such wondrous armaments and armour that the whole world will be bowed at the knees with tears in its eyes. They'll go, "Oh, you kicked me in the nuts." And I will say, "Yes, yes I did." Well, there we go. Strange little skit that came out of nowhere and should probably go back there. And thank goodness it will. Okay, still not much going on. I feel like, should we send our any of our squads out on a mission? Or should we be thinking about setting up a third set of lovely boys for fighting wars? I mean, we could put another barracks in here, couldn't we? There's plenty of room for it. Although it is soil walled, which isn't the best. We've got the strand extraction underway, bag of holding. That's happening. In fact, let's take a look at the stock levels. Let's have a look at the stocks and see what we've got going on. Adamantine. Got 6 strands and 19-20 pieces of raw adamantine. So, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're building it up. I mean, I don't know how many we need for anything practical to be made, but we'll get there. We shall get there. And if we're lucky, we'll end up with 2 vampires instead of just the 1, a nice set of adamantine armour each, a nice adamantine sword, and a very long time to train. And won't that be wonderful? They'll be hacking and slashing in no time. Right. Okay, this is different. It looks like... Okay, we've exposed a bit more of the adamantine on this level. This floor not so much. This one's getting there. So, dig out that and dig out round there. Can we get this stuff? Not really necessary, but maybe it'll give us a pathway round. Dig out that just for funsies. And then up on this floor we could take a stairway up, couldn't we? We don't know if we're going to be penetrating into the candy. We've got to be super careful going up and down there. We've got to be careful. Plutonium Jesus once again says you need 10 metal bars to equip a dwarf with a set of plate armour, not including shield, which is 1 bar extra. So we're going for an 11 bars of steel. Okay, that should be good per person. So that's we need 110. Oh, would you look at that? Traders! Beautiful trading boys, here they come, down the mountain. They'll be coming down the mountain when they come. They'll be coming down the mountain when they come. They'll be coming down the mountain, coming down the mountain, coming down the mountain when they come. But it'll mix in with the snow and you can't tell. It will mix in with the snow and you can't tell. Oh, I'm being quite disgusting, I'm being quite disgusting. What the fuck are you doing, scoundrel? Shut up. Okay, here they come. We've got at least 2 wagons, maybe more. No, just the 2 of them. That's okay, though. They are the first actual set of traders who have successfully got here. We may not even... Oh, we do have a broker. That's okay, good. So, we want the trader at the broker. Let's move some goods up. I reckon if we go into the weapons thing here and take all these weapon bins up, we should have an absolute arseload of spiked balls, which doesn't sound like a lot of fun, frankly. I feel like if we have an arseload of spiked balls, you want to offload those as quickly as possible and as carefully as possible, certainly depending on the spike length. Long, thin spines, cactus-like, disaster, very difficult to remove. short stubby spikes, like on those medieval mace things you see, which mistakenly get labelled as morning stars, much more simple to remove. What the fuck am I doing? Let's have a look at what else we can take up there. You know what? I don't think I'm going to need that much more than those spiked doodads. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to get them to yank that stuff up here and see how it works out. Boom. They can unload their wagons and their pack animal there, and we can get our trader up there and our goods. It should come from over here. We should see a rush of people coming round and dropping stuff in. Should, but are not. Which is interesting considering we have 43 idlers. There should be hands available to do this. Oh, Plutonium Jesus expands, not physically, obviously, expands on his writing. That is helm, mail shirt, breastplate, gauntlets, greaves, and high boots. I'll be scrolling back up chat for that later on. Don't you doubt it for a moment. Speaking of shiny, says Fuzzy Logic, I found something really cool in a charity shop today. Silver-plated dice-shaped salt and pepper shakers. Very D&D. If you're having a D&D meal, a D&D meal? No, that doesn't work. If you're having a D&D meal, you could have them on the table and use them, not only for dispensing condiments, but dispensing random numbers. Very good. Although, you know, I'm not sure D&D and dinner mix necessarily. It's worked for me in the past, but, you know, it's not for every dinner occasion. That's for damn sure. That's for darn diggity sure. Are we actually going to get these crates coming up or what? Can we trade? We can trade. Let's see what they've brought up. Oh, we've got weapon bins up here, so it's all good. And that one alone's worth 15 grand, so boom. Let's have a look at what they've got. They've got some gold bars, zircons, blocks. Boring. Very, very boring. Come back when you've got something interesting to sell me. Having said that, we might want to get some wool if we can to get spun into stuff. A maple mondel. A groundhog leather Isram. What does a groundhog leather Isram look like? Let's take a look. This is a groundhog leather Isram. The blowpipe is made from hematite. The bag is made from groundhog leather. The melody pipe is made from white-browed gibbon bone. The drone pipes are made from cassowary bone. The Isram is a mid-sized handheld wind instrument through which constant airflow is maintained by use of a leather bag, itself supplied by a stone blowpipe. The musician selects the pitch by stopping holes in the bone melody pipe attached to the bag. The melody pipe is a cylindrical bore tube. 3 bone drone pipes provide constant accompaniment. The instrument has a 3.5 octave range, going from a low to a mid-high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a rough vibrating timbre. It has 2 registers. The low register has a rough heavy timbre, and the high register begins at mid-low pitch and has a wobbling fragile timbre. That's what I think it sounds like. That's that high register. And the low register's kind of... as best I can do it. I don't think I can maintain that for a while, but that's my best estimation of what that musical instrument sounds like. And if you want to take a stab at what it sounds like yourself, feel free. I can't hear you, but I applaud your efforts at getting into it. Let's have a look at what a stoneware shad kick looks like. This is a stoneware shad kick. This object menaces with spikes of rutile. The shad kick is a large handheld looping ceramic horn. The musician blows into the instrument and selects pitch by adjusting a slide. The instrument has a 3.5 octave range, going from extremely low to a middle pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a full, sharp, fluid timbre. It has 2 registers. The low register has a strained timbre. The high register begins at a low pitch and has a strong, pure, wavering timbre. Oh, it starts at a low pitch. Okay. That's not quite what I was expecting to come out of my mouth, but sadly it's what happened. And so you will have to do with a lackluster stoneware shad kick in the 210 value range. What about a maple mondel? What does a maple mondel do? This is a superior quality maple mondel. The keyboard is made from mango wood. The case is made from maple. The bells are made from giant lion tamarind bone. The mondel is a huge stationary wooden musical instrument from which hang 90 bone bells. The musician uses a wooden keyboard to select which of these bells are struck. The instrument has a nearly 9-octave range, going from an extremely low to an extremely high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a light, focused timbre. It has 2 registers. The low register has an even, slicing timbre. The high register begins at mid-low pitch and has an even, buzzy timbre. So, the low register has an even, slicing timbre. No. I'm not quite sure how to interpret slicing. And the high register begins at mid to low pitch and has an even, buzzy timbre. That's my best guess. Only 230 for a huge instrument. I think I might have to give my hands on that one. Let's give it a buy. We don't want any more shad kicks. What's a rithlut? I won't read the whole thing. We'll just get a little taste of it. Stationary glass musical instrument. Oh, hang on a minute. This is a well-crafted green glass rithlut. The keyboard is made from giant armadillo bone. The console is made from green glass. The pipes are made from real guard. The bellows is made from alpaca leather. The rithlut is a large stationary glass musical instrument which uses the leather bellows to pressurize air, ultimately blowing it through any of the 258 stone pipes. The musician directs the air through the chosen pipes by playing a bone keyboard. The instrument has flue pipes and reed pipes. The instrument has a 6.5-octave range going from a very low to an extremely high pitch. The instrument has a breathy, broad, flat timbre. Ha, ha, ha. Ha 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 ha. That's my estimation. Okay, let's buy that one as well. I'm smitten with it. Let's keep scrolling down. We'll buy the cow for the milk and the cheese that comes therefrom. I would buy the ram, but any milk we get from him is not going to make very fine cheese. Dog? Why not? Let's buy a dog. Alpaca? Yes, please. And look at the symbol. It says lady, which means nipples that dispense food. Well, liquids that you can turn into food. Do we want a yak bull? No. Do we want a male llama? Not really. Not unless there's a female llama knocking around, and I don't see one. You know what? We can always eat it. Let's buy it. Do we want to buy a barrel of helmet snake venom? Tee-hee. I don't think so. Or tapir's milk. Dwarven wine might be useful. Let's not go crazy just skipping through here. Let's find the good stuff, and then we'll come back and get the food and drink. Bismuth bronze warhammers? Meh. Crossbows, spears. Yeah, it's all well and good to buy the armour in, but I really want to make my own. Just for the once, just for the first time. See what happens. Llamas are awesome, says Ovsalot. How many types of bagpipes? I think dwarves have a lot of different types of bagpipes. From this game, this little fortress alone, we've seen at least 3 different variations on the bagpipe theme, which is quite good, I think. Quite good. Where are we going? Shield, cap, blah, blah, blah. Netherite glove. Yeah. Gauntlet, spider silk, mittens, chests. Come on, show me the good stuff. Show me something interesting. Give me something exciting to get... For a second, I saw the word chimpanzee and I thought, yes! And then I thought, chimpanzee leather bag. What a waste. What a waste of a chimpanzee. I mean, you could force that thing to advertise tea. Think of all the benefits for yourself. It's amazing. So, do we want cloth bags? Or cloth bins, rather? I mean, it's a bin. Let's buy a couple of cloth bins. Just in case we need more clothes made. My God, they brought a lot of cloth. And leather. They brought a lot of cloth and leather, but it doesn't seem like too much else. Giant spider monkey leather? Nah. I mean, not really. Come on. Show me the tradables. Show me the stuff that's going to make me want to trade with you in the future, not just this nonsense you show to everybody. Giant flying squirrel tripe? Well, I mean, yes, of course, but let's find the more interesting stuff first before I start buying food. Plump helmets, caper berries. We're getting into the interesting zone here. I'm seeing some high prices. Giant steel axe-bladed, serrated blades, serrated steel discs, enormous corkscrews, various forms of cheese, splints, crutches, bookcase. Here we go. Moon and tides within risen. It's either within risen or within reason. Let's take a look. It's worth 220. I think we might buy it. This is a fox squirrel parchment scroll. The rollers are made from siltstone. Written on the item is a manual entitled The Moon and Tides Within Reason, authored by Camilla Drunkengirders. It concerns the relationship between the moon and the tides. The writing artfully indulges the author's fancies, and it has rare but particularly exquisite turns of phrase. Overall, the prose is masterful. At 220, sounds like a steal. Let's buy it. I'm not interested in parts of musical instruments, so this Cinnabar Muckar keyboard can fuck off. Doubts about the centre. Intriguing. Tell me more. This is a well-crafted, white-handed gibbon parchment scroll. The rollers are made from mudstone. Written on the item is a manual entitled Doubts About the Centre, authored by Serol Fountain Nuttard. It concerns the theory that the sun moves around the world. The writing artfully indulges the author's fancies, and it has a rare but particularly exquisite turn of phrase. Overall, the prose is passable. Purchased. And Meditations on Mastery. This is a well-crafted, giant Kia parchment scroll. The rollers are made from ilmenite. On the item is a finely designed image of the infallible ages, the peachwood crutch, in tetrahedrite. On the item is an image of round cabochons in birch. Written on the item is an essay entitled Meditations on Mastery, authored by Obla Chucktwinkled. It concerns the value of power. The writing is reasonably serious. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Well, we're still buying it. Doesn't matter. And then it's all parchment sheets after that. So, in that case, let's just go and buy all their food and drink. And we should be good after that, right? Let's not accidentally buy a giant, enormous steel corkscrew. That would be no use to us. Pigtail thread might be useful, though. You can always use that in a hospital, should I choose to build one. And the food starts here with cranberries. With their bombs and their guns. With their bombs and their guns. In your head. Etc. Somebody stop me. Okay, this is getting a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh my god, just fucking work. Oh my god. That'll do. There we go. We've got it. We're buying the plump helmets now. We're all over this. Cavefish, lobster, bullhead. Oh, less than I expected. Should we get a cheeky steel anvil as well? Get a couple. Why not? How much is that going to set us back? 6,318. Okay, we've got room in our budget for a little bit more. Maybe we grab some leather bin. Or we can use page up and page down because there's a lot of cloth. A lot of cloth and leather. Did we see anything up the top that seemed interesting? Bags. Leather. Barrels. Wine barrels. You know what, let's buy some barrels with stuff in, although that dwarven wine barrel seems not to want to come. That's okay, we'll make it come. Donkey milk barrel. Okay, we don't need donkey milk, but we'll buy it anyway. And maybe we'll buy the bull and the ram for a little bit of meat. Something tasty. Very tasty. And other than that, I think we're done, right? I think we're pretty much done. Maybe I'll buy the gold after all. It doesn't seem that. I mean, what are we going to do with gold? Do I really want rose gold? Whatever. We got the money. We've got the money. We haven't traded with anyone yet. So, let's not put that menacing silver spike in there. Let's sell some spiked copper balls. There we go. Spiked copper ball. Spiked copper ball. Spiked copper ball. Spiked chestnut ball. Copper ball. Peachwood. Peachwood. Boom, boom, boom. We're nearly there. Bayberry wood balls. Ashen balls. So many spiky balls. So many balls. Whoa, shit, we just put a ton of value in. How come we're suddenly selling 14 grand? Which one have I... Which ludicrously expensive item have I put in here? Okay. Okay, he's making profit. I'm getting what I want. This seems okay. Let's offer the trade. T for trade. There we go. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? Yes. Yes, I am. Nish seems ecstatic with the trading. Well, I should expect you to be, considering the amount we gave you over the top of the odds. Say thank you. Let's move the goods to and from the depot. Bish. Oh, bosh. That's not what we wanted. We wanted to do this. There we go. Lovely. And we no longer need the trader. And frankly, traders, you can piss off and we'll get on with the deal of sealing ourselves in until the next traders arrive, who hopefully won't wait just outside here where our drawbridge comes down. Because that could be a problem. That could be a serious issue. Okay, so looks like there's a lot of activity. People are taking stuff down. That's good. We still have 24 idlers, which must mean everything is accounted for and being moved, right? All the stuff that needs to be brought back is being brought back? Sure, whatever. Okay, let's go and check that adamantine again, see how it's digging out. Are they getting it done? See, this floor's all right. Just got to get all the stuff out. This floor doesn't seem to have had much happen. This floor's starting to develop, though, so let's keep digging round. Keep clearing out this space. We go through here. That's probably going to work quite well. That's probably going to be effective. Yeah. Good. We'll keep our eye on it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everyone's bringing the food down here. That's nice. That's what we need to see. Mines currently not really being utilised in a big way, but we are making our miners focus on the adamantine, really. Unless we find, you know, some source of something even cooler than adamantine. Adamantine, which is fairly unlikely. I think that the mine is pretty much done for now. It's taking forever. Maybe I should stop studying stuff with copper. We are trying to use the copper up, but still. Do we really need to use it that much? Do we need it to clog up the workflow? Probably best just to get it out of there as quick as possible. Maybe we should make some weapon traps with some of these spike balls. I have neglected weapon traps quite badly. In fact, about here wouldn't be a too bad place for some weapon traps, right? That's the last line of defense really against any of the stuff that comes up from down below. So let's see if we can put 3 with spike balls in. Let's give it a go. Build. Oh, that's not what we want. It's capital T. Yep. And then we want to make a weapon trap. And we want to place it right there. Make it with obsidian mechanisms. And if we put spiked... Oh, hang on. Not copper picks. No. How do I take Z? Deselect? There we go. Okay, so now go down, have a little look. Why would you want to put blowguns in a weapon trap? Well, I suppose you could have blowgun darts coming out of the wall. That makes sense. Right, here we go. Spiked ashen balls. Boom. 10 of them straight in there. Done selecting. Now we do another weapon trap just there with obsidian mechanisms and spiked ashen balls. Lovely. Done selecting. And then another weapon trap right there. Obsidian mechanisms. Spiked alder balls, and then just put some spiked chestnut balls in there with it. Why not? There's no reason not to. D. There we go. So that's my first line of weapon traps. Hopefully they'll prove useful. You did add 1 pick to the first trap. Ah, shite. That was the middle one, wasn't it? Remove. There we go. Build. Trap. Weapon trap. Right in the middle there. Made with obsidian mechanisms and ashen balls. There we go. Lovely. Boom. They should get built. He said. Let's check our stocks again for steel and adamantine. See how they're developing. That didn't work because I put a G into steel when it didn't need it. 76 steel bars. We're getting there. There's 110 we needed, wasn't it? So let's melt down some of these bad boy leggings. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, we need to check adamantine as well, didn't we? Stocks. Adamantine. Okay, we've got 5 wafers, 3 strands, and 18 raw. We're getting there. We're getting there. Do wafers need to be processed beyond waferage to end up making armor? Do we need to make it into ingots or stuff like that? We'll figure it out. We'll get there. No need to panic, everybody. Remain calm, please. Hold on to your mind. Don't let it dribble out of your ears like some kind of fool. Okay. That dormitory is woefully under-equipped. Let's see if we can build some more beds. Pop some in here. Nope. Game only wants to do it if the mouse is in the upper portion of the screen. Don't know why, but come on, Store Fortress. What are we expecting here? Oh, well, I don't think so, no. That's in the wrong place. We have to remove that, but that's okay, we'll do it after the fact. Let's just pop down as many beds in the dormitoire as possible. And then, hopefully, more dwarves will get a half-decent night's sleep. If not, a wonderful night's sleep. There we go. Now, you removed. Boom, there we go. Lovely. All the beds in all the right places. Well, most of the beds in reasonable positions. You use wafers like bars, but you need more of them. Oh my goodness. That's no use. Still, they'll get done. Look at that. Look at them pouring in with the beds. I like this. Very efficient. Very efficient indeed. So, which one of these beds assigns it as a dormitory? God damn it. Here we go. Why has that one got... Oh, it's okay. I thought it had loads of dwarves in, but it was just that dwarf and all of his labours. So, no need to panic, everybody. Everything's fine. Ah, there we go. It's already assigned. God damn it. Clicked on the dwarf and not the bed. Classic error. Schoolboy mistake. So, everything out here is looking good. Most of that wood's been pulled in now. Not all of it. We've still got a few bits and bobs here and there, but we've nearly got it all in. Ah, come on, dwarves. Get that adamantine out of the ground. Let's have a little look over here. They're still not bringing it up fast enough for my tastes. We've got a ton of idlers, and they're just not shifting it. I mean, surely they can get it up here quicker, right? Surely. Ah, even more good stuff. Looks like we might have a few decent available bits and bobs here. Okay, let's just let them get down there to dig this out. If I baby it and just get them to go around it, we'll be able to see what's available for digging and what's not. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Where are my dwarves? Come on, where's my diggers? Get down here. Swing your picks. I know we're down to 61 frames a second, but think of where we'd be if we hadn't gone vertical, dwarves. Come on. Come on, this is our best fortress yet. We're doing so well. If we can just coax enough adamantine out of the ground for a glorious military, I'm going to be happy. If we can actually fight off a siege, that would be quite nice, rather than just turtling. Turtling's okay. It works, sure. But is that what I want to do? Not necessarily. Oh boy, I can see this getting old. Sitting here just nannying this bloody adamantine vein. 3 times as many wafers as bars for most things. Okay, so in that case, let's assume that as just a standard rule. So we need 11, so we need 33 wafers before we can make a full suit of armour for anybody. Ouch. Oh, this water's gone off. Oh, it's been left out for too long. Ew. Ew. Come on, guys, get down here and dig. You can do it. You can do it. Tempted just to blast through this bit here, but I know the risks. I am aware of the dangers, and I do not wish to tempt fate. Although technically, the tempting of fate is impossible, because fate, by its very nature, is predetermined, and therefore has a fixed outcome, and is not subject to temptation. You know, just to be pedantic. Just to access a little bit of the pedantosphere there. Maybe I need to go down another... I think they might not be able to get down to it. Let's go DI for stairs. And there we go down, oof, down, down, like that. Is that going to work? Of course it isn't, scoundrel. Look, there's no bloody ground to go down in there. We go down there, and that's good. So now we have a stairway that should connect each floor of the adamantine. In theory. In theory. Perhaps not in practice. Yeah, let's go through some stairs upwards here as well. And then dig straight over there. There we go. That'll probably expose something we can dig out. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So what else have we got going on here other than the adamantine? There must be something else I can figure out. Some other little fun time doodah that I can tickle with. JM, let's have a look at how our... in fact, not that one. We want to look at the stocks, don't we? Stocks for steel. That's justice. Oh, we've actually got some justice demands. Maybe we should be assigning a hammerer. Think about making a little bit of a justice system, right? Nah, not yet. Not yet. We'll get there. 81 steel bars. We're close. Very close. And the armor smith is getting pretty damn good as well, which is nice. Can't melt the steel crossbow or pick, but that's fair enough. Don't mind that. What's that blue exclamation mark? Is that thirst? I think that's thirst, isn't it? He's going off for a drink. He'll be fine. There's no need to worry. There's no need at all to worry. I should check out the adamantine as well. Stocks adamantine. Getting there. 8 wafers or 9 wafers even. It's not earth-shattering quantities, but it is something. We do actually have something there. It looks like the miners are perfectly capable of getting down here, so I don't know why they're not picking up all this adamantine. Cancels, make adamantine wafers, needs a strand. Okay. And apparently there's nothing designated for melting. Okay. Let's check that. I'm sure that's falsifiable. E, and then how do I control plus? I don't want to look at anything that hasn't been ordered for melting. Hang on. Well, the number of actions there is changing, so presumably something has been set for melting. Jobs off, no. Owned off, don't want to see that. Nothing with dump designation. Nothing caged. Nothing rotten. Nothing forbidden. Nothing on fire. Nothing in an inventory. Nothing tradable. Okay, I'm not sure that's how it works. I'm not sure that's what I'm actually looking at now. Nothing in a job. Nothing with no flags. There we go. This is all the stuff that has been set for melting. So clearly that notification is bullshit. Pure, unfettered bullhooey. Run out of heliodors for our gem cutter to cut. We could go tap more of this shit out of the side, because look at this. The gem setter has slumped into depression. That's not a good sign. I don't want my gem setters to be depressed. I mean, sure, maybe there's not a lot of work on right now, but come on, guy, there's a lot more than that in life. Well, I suppose he's a dwarf. Canonically, very, very keen on the old labour. Love a bit of work. There we go. This should give him a bit of stuff to do. Mind you, it wasn't the gems. The gem setter won't get to do anything with that because I'm not actually setting gems in anything. So, perhaps they could be forgiven for wandering off and getting upset. We're not using their talents. Doesn't matter though. We'll get there in the end. There'll be a fortress with everybody having something to do, eventually. Speaking of which, I mean, maybe I just put more strand extractors in. No, I don't think that's wise. I think we just need to get one guy very good at it as fast as we can. And as long as we don't give him any other tasks to do, he should be able to focus pretty well, right? Oh, Grumpy Strands the peasant is starving and dehydrated. Oh dear, poor old Grumpy Strands. Why are you starving and dehydrated? Let's have a little look for him, shall we? Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. Let's search. Grumpy Strands. Where are you? Let's have a little look. Is it V? No. Z. Apparently not. Oh, apparently it is. And there he is, sitting in the drink stockpile. So how he's managed to get dehydrated, I don't know. Oh, staring off into space. Okay. Nah, he's lost his mind. I think maybe it's time to take a quick look at Dwarf Therapist and check to see what's going on. Oh, hello. I've got a notification. Oh, thank you, Clinidev. Much appreciated. Where are we? We're looking at Dwarf Fortress. That's what we're doing. And we're waiting for this depressed lad to cheer up, which might not happen. Let's go with Dwarf Therapist, like I said. Da, 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 da. So, what's happening here? What's going on here? Maybe I should get my face out of the way so you guys can actually squint and see the tiny version of the fortress over there. If I read the dwarves, we look at our strand extraction skills, and we can see that Grumpy is currently miserable, staring off into space. I don't think he's going to last too long, old Grumpy Strands. Being given the job didn't really help. So, you know what? Let's get rid of his designation for it. Oh, he's gone completely red. Okay, he'll be dying of dehydration soon. Let's reassign his bed. And that's going to... What was the name of him again? Here we go. Cadol Roddimpton. Cadol Roddimpton gets the bed of the strand extractor. Here we go. Click there. Assign bed. Search Cadol Roddimpton. Bingo. There you go. You now have a bedroom. And it's right next to the workshop where you work. Isn't that lovely? In fact, let's assign the workshop profile so that only they can use, excuse me, hiccuping and burping all over the place. Search Kadol Cadol Roddimpton Peasant. Here we go. Nice. And so all manner of strand extracting can be done. I should probably take you back to the fortress, shouldn't I? Oh, hello. I'm on here, am I now? Bye. Excuse me. So we're kind of just waiting on this stockpile to expand, but it seems to be going okay. The crafts dwarf who can use this workshop doesn't seem to be anywhere around here, but maybe he's hijacked another one. Although they should only be allowed to be used by the assigned dwarf. But we'll see. Someone got interrupted by a hungry head. A hungry head? Okay. Fair enough. What's going on in here? This is a mason's workshop, so... Oh, hello. Something happened there. More migrants. Wow. These are some optimistic people. Oh, shit's getting a little bit heavy here with the number of people we have. There's not enough room. Maybe we'll just have to make an enormous vertical dormitory to house them all. Or maybe they can all just prat around doing whatever while a core group of dwarves actually get everything done. Maybe that'll work. Are they still coming from the edge? Oh, come on. No, they're gone. It was only a few. Right, I'm going to go back over to Therapist quickly, and I'll just have a peek and see what's what. We had 99 dwarves and 6 children, 3 babies. If I read that, we now have 107 dwarves. Just going to check the latest migration wave. Where are they? Migration wave. Probably pop. There you go. You guys can watch the entryway while I quickly peek into Dwarf Therapist. That was 8 dwarves apparently, with a level 15 stonecrafter, and that's all the highlights in terms of labour. Let's look at military. Anything interesting here? Somebody with 66 kills. Intriguing. Okay. Casual or Cuzzle Locked Trick. He's an animal. Ah, we've got a second vampire, everybody. We have a second vampire. This is good. This is good. He's a bisexual lad, so hopefully Clay Cree and he will get on nicely. That'll be good. It looks like our military is going to happen. It looks like our vampire military is go, go, go. Sadly, we've got a dehydrated miner, but there's not much I can do about that right now. He's probably depressed. That's probably what's stopping him drinking. And we need to go down to... Oh shit, I need to go into the military screen, don't I? I need to go to the Crypts of Equivalents. There we go. assign the next one, and the guy is called Kuzal Gisependal. Okay, so let's search GUSA. The little fucker is using a pseudonym, isn't he? Damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out who he is. So we're going to look at him. He's got 66 kills. That's 52 humans and 14 goblins. I don't mind those numbers. They don't seem too bad to me. What can we do? What can we do? I can just assign him straight from Dwarf Therapist, can't I? I don't know why I'm getting so worried. Assign to squad. Crypts of equivalence. Boom. Commit. He's in. And then we should be able to come out of here, reload, look at the crypts of equivalence, and see Dusim Bokbonlamo. Oh, aka Mr. No, I'm not a vampire. I don't drink. Fine. I don't smoke cigarettes. All that kind of jazz. All that vampiric Dracula bump. Anyway, speaking of bump, let's bump up to a higher level and find the floor where we've locked Claycree in. Here he is. Good. So, in that case, just temporarily, we need to move squad, crypts, C, position. How do I do that? M, move. There we go. Let's pop these lads in here. Let's take that wall out, of course. But that's fine. We can do that. Click on it. Oh, we have to send someone in. Let me designate. Remove construction. Bosh. There we go. Hopefully if he kills anybody, it's not going to be anybody too important. But we'll see how it goes. Come on, get an architect down here. We need to get our little vampire lad in. There we go. He's going to come straight out of there, thirsting for blood. Going to go straight for a bedroom. And he's going to kill someone sleeping on their own, which is a problem. But what can you do about it, really? What can you do about it? Not a lot. There he goes. He's off. So, you, if you wouldn't mind, could you get back in there, you little bastard? Crypts of equivalence. Move to right at the back of the room. There we go. If you could do that, that would be lovely. No, he's only interested in one thing, and that is the blood of little dwarves. Hello. Are you our other vampire? Dusim Bokbonlamore. Yes, that's him. So now we just have to wait for Claycree to come back. And once he's in, bingo, we can build the wall. B, W, no, C, W, here we go. Ba-bomb. Ba-bomb. Bomb. Done. And hopefully whoever builds that wall will do it while Claycree's inside. What are you doing, Claycree? No, 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 no. No. Let's wait for Claycree to get back inside, please. 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 Before this guy trundles off. Come on, we'll be finding bloody exsanguinated babies all over the place if he doesn't get back in there quick. Claycree. Come on, where are you? I know you're the mayor, but you can do that from your little tomb room. Is that Claycree again? That's Claycree. Bingo, we're in. So, pause. Build, capital C, W, there we go. And then if I do it with the closest block, bosh, that should be the one that's right next to it, and the guy who builds it should do it quickly. And fuck you, Claycree. Are you really serious? Have you just murdered somebody in front of children? Claycree! Oh, at least he's walled in. Who'd he kill? Let's have a look. He killed Moral Granite Horns. Oh no, he's still alive. That's the kid who saw the crime. Oh my god. Edem Odomosis' corpse. Poor old Edem Odomosis. I'm just going to check to see who he is and if he's any good. E-D-D-E-M. Edem. Huh. He doesn't appear. Oh, it's Edem. Edem. What was his name? Odmosis. He was level 15 bone carver who wasn't being used. So, sure, we'll let that one fly. We'll let that one fly. We won't press charges. Regardless, we now have our military locked in, so we can set them to train constantly. Won't that be lovely? M, there we go. Down to the crypts of equivalents, go to a schedule, over to the crypts of equivalents there. Train, need to change that to 2 minimum. 0, 2 minimum. Shift enter, done. And then we copy, and we paste, 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 paste. Actually, that's not happening, is it? That's still 10 minimum. Huh. Let's try again. Edit order. 2 soldiers minimum. Shift enter, done. Copy. Paste, 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 paste. There we go. There's the 10s turning into 2s that I want to see. Lovely. So you guys train forever. Won't that be nice? They should get good at wrestling, and then when I give them swords and armour, okay, sure, we'll risk a few exsanguinated bodies, but it could be worse. Certainly, maybe not for the kids who are playing around the corpse there. Maybe that's not the best, for them at least. But he'll get buried soon enough. Well, if he doesn't get buried soon enough, we're going to be haunted by all manner of spooks and spectres, and I'm not sure that's an optimal outcome, so maybe we will memorialise him. Anything happening here? No. Cancels extracting adamantine strands? Why would that be? We have plenty of adamantine waiting to be hauled. I note they're not actually hauling this shit. Look. They're just leaving it there. And they're going and getting these gemstones at a much higher preferential rate. That's not what I want to happen. Is that because this place isn't doing anything? What's this? Adamantine wafers. I want raw adamantine up here. Where's that getting taken? Is that going somewhere entirely different? Tell you what, here's an idea. If I go back to that workshop, where was it? There it is. Click here. Change settings. Where do we find it? Maybe it is under stone? Metal ores? No, it's not in there for that. It's not in there for that. No. Oh! There we go. Okay, so we want to forbid, 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 and then come up to here and say raw adamantine. Bingo! That is going to change things, I think. That should result in a little idler dip, and then a load of people running downstairs and grabbing all that adamantine and bringing it up to the fortress, which should speed up the strand extraction. Oh, there we go. There's someone found drained completely of blood. That should be the lad who's in the bedroom, although to be fair, they should have discovered him much earlier. Unless the dwarves are all working themselves so hard that they're sort of shuffling bleary-eyed into the dormitories, not really checking. And again, I suppose an exsanguinated corpse could lay in a bed for a while undiscovered if everybody's sleeping in there. You're not going to disturb them, are you? He's been quiet for a while. Poke him with a stick. Oh. He's got no blood. He's dead! Yes, not quite the not quite the Oscar-worthy scenario, but oh well. Oh well. My acting skills could be better. Let's dig out some more stuff along here. This looks promising. Maybe I should put some walkways around the adamantine just to make sure I can actually stand next to it when I want to pick it out. I'm kind of presuming we can dig straight through here, but I don't want there to be a little bubble that we can breach on this side. We need to be super careful, because if we get that one wrong block dug out, it's the end of the fortress. The end of days. Not the Arnold Schwarzenegger film. That's different. All those wheelbarrows coming down is a good sign. Although no, they are still just going for the gemstones. Apparently more important than adamantine, which I don't think so. There's a second person found dead. Uh-oh. Metal crafter. Uh-oh. I'm just heading over to the therapist quickly, and I'm going to check to see how our dwarves are doing in terms of crafting. Oh shit, I bet we've lost one. Ooh. Lost 5 dwarves. Ouch. Okay, we've got weaponsmiths. We've got armorsmiths. We've got blacksmith. We've got metal crafter. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm not sorting this right. Let's sort by nothing rather than migration wave. So, no need to worry about furnace operating, weaponsmithing, armoring, blacksmithing, or metal crafting. We're all good there. How about strand extraction? Still got all them. That's good. I think we've got all of our vital services. Let's come back to the fortress and just let things unfold. Come on, get that adamantine out of the ground. We need it processed. Ah, there we go. Look, it's all coming back in here. This is good. And now the crafts dwarf can just keep working because it'll all be there nice and easy. Nice and easy. A lot of steam coming out of that volcano moat. Has someone fallen in? One of the traders didn't just go arse over tit into the magma, did he? Because I would have liked to have seen that if it had happened. I mean, ideally, I would have liked it not to have happened, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers in certain circumstances. Sometimes you just have to accept the fact that somebody fell in your lava moat. And that's what you get when you do health and safety dwarf style. No handrails for me! Just big wide walkways and a low centre of gravity! Another tiny fella taken in by the big G. Shuffled off to that big cave in the sky. I'm going off to the cavern in the sky. I'm digging gems out of the ground. Check out this guy. No, that doesn't work, does it? It doesn't work at all. Useless scoundrel and your silly singing. What are you playing at? Let's go into the stock screen again. Check how the steel situation's working out. Have we got the precious 110 yet? It doesn't look like a lot of this shit's getting made, to be honest. Huh. Intriguing. Plus, continue. Do your legging making. Because we need as many sets of leggings to melt down into steel to gradually, incrementally increase the amount of steel we have until we have enough to make a suit of armour for every shining soldier we have. Because I think 10 suits of adamantine armour is going to be pushing things a bit. Just a bit. But not too far. It'll be fine. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. I mean, I could get someone forging hammers as well and then just, you know, melting them down again. Although if we make them out of copper, that'll use up a lot of the copper perhaps and level up the armour smith skill. Let's have a look what we can do with copper here. I'm thinking let's go for copper, battle axes, and just keep churning those bastards out. That's what I want to see. Copper battle axe after copper battle axe. Hopefully, we should only have one person who can use weaponsmithing at the moment, and they should have their own workshop assigned to them. So fingers crossed, we should end up seeing those coming out of the production line pretty quickly. And then we'll be able to just drag them straight into the melting pile just to level up the skill. Although actually I think probably we should sell a few of the copper battle axes he makes because frankly we don't need the copper. We don't have to melt it down for any of that, so just let it go. Let it go, trade it with the elves. Elves. So, how far have we got? Training marks dwarves will go through thousands. Okay, crossbow bolts for the copper. Okay, we can do that. Let's do that. Will that level up the armour smith skill though? Because that is the other side effect we want. Oh, the mason slipped into depression. That's not a good sign. I would kind of like my mason to retain his mental health. Just for a while more. Just for a little while longer, you understand? Is this the guy who's got depressed? He's a ranger. He's definitely depressed though. Okay, it doesn't look like my editing of the roars actually took effect because the dwarves are still getting all moody and slipping into depressions and whatnot. It hasn't been quite the tantrum spiral correction that I thought it would be. Someone's going to have to help me on that front. We'll have to see what we can do with the roars. Can you edit them after you've started a fortress, or is it purely a at-world gen thing? Because that may be why it didn't work. Obviously, I could have done it wrong. That is an obvious possible choice. Plenty of adamantine coming through. I like this. It's good. This guy's producing the stuff. Oh, the llamas are starving. That's because we need to send them out to our pastures, which we really shouldn't, because they're just going to get slaughtered the next time goblins come along. But, fuck it. That's not it, is it? There's the pasture. There we go. So, Stinthad Imushron Stitz? I don't think so. We can sort it, can't we? Get rid of the non-grazing. Oh, okay. Fair enough. There is some stuff in this thing already. Whoa, 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 what? There we go. Stray yak ball, sure. Pop that in there. Ram, cow, alpaca, llama, donkey foal, lamb. Okay, we've got a few animals in there now. There should be some milking and shearing going on. That's nice. Type in dfhack remove -stress -all. The fingers of temptation clasp at my heart. Let's do it. I'm going to do it. Just for the sake of having a fortress which doesn't end in a mental health catastrophe. Stress -all. Remove stress is not a recognized command. Okay, let's try that again. Remove -stress -all. Nope, doesn't work. Or at least didn't work there. Ah, speak of the devil and they shall arrive. A vile force of darkness has arrived. Well, what to do? Well, there's only one thing to really do at this juncture, because we haven't really got our military up to snuff. So we're going to set an alert. Military alert. Burrow 1. Boom. There we go. All civilians indoors, please. Start the evacuation. Grab your babies. Pull your children by the hand. The goblins are coming. I repeat, the goblins are coming. Get your ass indoors. Is that everybody? I'm going to pause quickly. Let's have a little scan. You know what? It does look like everybody's indoors. Everybody's inside. Dun, 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 dun. So now we just have to nerves of steel it and wait for the correct moment to flip the lever. That's the plan, at least. Here comes the first troll. Trolls are okay. Trolls can get caught by cage traps. So we'll just let them soften things up. Or rather, we'll let the cage traps soften them up. Whoa! What are you doing, Billy Bad Bongos? Zulban Lanced Clenched. Whew, doesn't sound like a fun name. Okay, let's see what you do then. This isn't good. Don't get caught by the trolls. Run back over the traps. You fucking spanners. What is wrong with you? Look at all those bloody beak dogs. Holy shit. Okay, we are running it a little bit dangerous here. Running it a little bit dangerous. Let the beak dogs get in. Let the beak dogs get into here. And then I'm going to flip that switch and just hope to God that they flip it quick enough. What are you bad boys doing? What are you bad boys doing? Add, pull lever, do it now. Boom. There we go. Let's see what happens when they do that. And hopefully these little lads will get catapulted into oblivion. No? Come on. Get on there. Get on there. Fall down my pit. Fall down my lovely little pit and die. Someone pull that lever. It's pulled. We have got people on the bridge. Hey, and down they go. Isn't that lovely? So add, pull lever, do it now. Add, pull lever, do it now. So hopefully that should respond in like an open-close scenario. An immediate sort of donk-donk. I hope that wasn't our military that got beans there. That would be problematic, to say the least. Come on, someone flick that switch. Let everyone get onto the bridge. Anybody? What are you doing? What are you showing me down here? What could possibly be this important? Oh, a Fey mood. Fair enough. Don't really have any time to spend on it right now. There we go. Bridge down. Come on. What are you people doing? No. That's it. Some of them will have been caught on those on that there and probably catapulted up here into a right old mess. It looks like most of them landed in the lava, if they landed anywhere. Slightly disappointing. Let's try that one again. Add, pull now. Add, pull now. Boom. Should end up with another load of them getting hurt. Hopefully enough to break the siege. We shall see. We shall see. That's that down. Which way are they going? They're going to come across our little bridge here. They're going to risk it. Come on, flip that switch again. Fuck yeah, he's getting done. Whee! Down you go. Did someone get caught in there? Oh, he's claimed a workshop. Fine, good. You carry on with that workshop. I've got business up here that needs doing. So add, oh, hang on, let's get that lever selected again. Add, pull, no. Add capital P for pull now. Add capital P for pull now. There we go. Once again, that should flip it open and closed. And hopefully we'll see some gobbos die. Won't that be lovely? I think that would be rather splendid. We have lost a lot of people round here, though. Hopefully scrub tier nobodies. Right, come on. No, 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 not out. Over the bridge. Come on. Over the bridge. Over the bridge. Get on the bridge, and then someone will flip it. And here we go. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, look at that. Let's pause for a second. Scroll down here and see how many fell to their death. Not everybody, but definitely some haven't survived. Goblin Maceman, Obsidian Cavern Floor, Beak Dog Blood. Okay, so this isn't a totally guaranteed fatal fall, which is a bit disappointing, although there are a lot of mangled corpses, which is nice. Iron Crossbow, Pool of Troll Blood, good, good, good. Right, back up to the surface, and then we'll do the whole shebang again. Add, pull. I like this. This works. It seems to be a viable strategy. There we go. Come on, gobbos. Over you come. Where did I put the exit hole again for that pit? Where do they come out? Over here, isn't it? Yeah, look, you can see them sort of limping out. And they're on the roof. They're running. Don't. Stupid little idiot. Don't get caught out. Close it, close it. No, 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 not with him there. No, 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 no. Military boys, back off the bridge. Back off the bridge. What are you doing? What are you doing? Everybody off the bridge. Holy shit. That's definitely outside the burrow. Come on, off the bridge, everybody. Okay, I think... Oh. There aren't any more orders, which means it is going to open, right? Don't drop that lad down the pit. Don't drop any of my lads down the... Fuck! Oh, we've caught them mid-air. We're going to see the impact. One of them's actually falling on the silver spikes, so I'm not holding out a lot of hope. Oh, there he goes. He's landed. And the other one doesn't appear to have even landed. Oh dear. It was old Sanctum falling down on the upright spikes. Poor old Sanctum. Unfortunately, there's a lot of goblins in this tunnel as well. Although they are mostly fleeing, so that's good. Man, we need to get some spikes at the bottom of that thing. Try copy-pasting it. Okay, we could do that. Let's try that. Let's see if it works. Control C, Control V, bingo. Oh, it worked. Okay, everyone would have cheered up now, I imagine. Anyway, has the siege ended? Not yet, but I don't think they're far off it. I don't think they're far off it. Let's open up this again. Add capital P. Do it now. Boom, and leave it at that. Just keep the gate open. And I will go to Dwarf Therapist quickly. And see, we had 102 dwarves with 6 children and 3 babies. We now have 93, oof, with 6 and 3. So, did any of our namies die? That's an interesting proposition. Let's just quickly check the nicknamed dwarves. Still 7 with a nickname. We're all good. Nobody from the nickname squad died, but we may have lost some valuable dwarves. It's possible, but not guaranteed. We're looking okay. Okay, I don't see any obvious absentees. Obviously. I mean, if they were obvious, I'd see the absentees, and therefore pointless to say anything about it. Man, they're going nuts for these blocks, aren't they? Look at that. Blocks, blocks, blocks galore. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe it's because they are currently in an alert and they don't need to be. Scripts of equivalents. Alerts. There we go. Bingo. No more alert, everybody. Calm down. There is a troll outside, but I don't think it's going to be a major issue because it's leaving a smear of troll blood everywhere. Tragic. Truly tragic. There's a troll corpse here. These traps appear to have gone off. I wonder how anything got up there. Interesting. Oh, lads. See what? Let's send the military squad. We'll send the Willful Castles, who've apparently lost 2 people in that siege. Embarrassing. Could you please kill the creature at the cursor? Bingo. There we go. They should charge in, get the job done, and chop chop. This apparently is a tough troll. The boys are going in, but not really having a huge effect on the guy. Come on. Killy killy. Get that bastard dead. Let's look at the combat reports. The troll Mato is fighting. It's looking pretty blue, I have to say. They're punching him. It's an extreme punch fest. Wow, 26 pages of punches, and the guy doesn't seem to be doing anything other than dying or just getting hit. Okay. They'll get through to him eventually. They'll finish him off. That's the way it works. They'll get there. The Cryptbeards rush. The unarmed flurry of fists. Now, they're taking a while. Mind you, we're at 31 frames a second, so slow times to be expected. What's this bad boy? Who's died out here? Rakust Glove Homage. Pet? Pet? Oh, Sanctum died. Oh, look at the trail of blood. He must have dragged himself out of the falling pit. Ouch. What's this creature here? There's the cavey sow. Okay. Not interested in a cavey sow right now. I'm only interested in stuff that we can put on dwarves to make them super good at fighting, to actually finally repel one of these goblin hordes without going for this crazy dangerous drawbridge trick. We lost so many dwarves there. I mean, it's not a fatal number of dwarves by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, compared to our overall population, it's not that bad at all. They don't seem to be moving the corpses. Maybe if we go down to the Strand Extractor's workshop, who's doing nothing apparently, and go up a level, we should see... Here we go. Can I see which of these have been used? They all been used? No, they haven't all been used. We've still got... Oh, I've only got a space for a few. Okay, maybe we should start allowing these for burial as well. That's probably going to get corpses put away quicker, I think. There we go. Just one after the other. Like pins in a bowling alley getting knocked down. Except not very much like that at all. Very bad metaphor. Good. Right. Oh dear. We've been missing a surgeon for a week, but I'm fairly sure he's at the bottom of that pit, to be honest. Speaking of which, let's reclaim any stuff that might be down there. Is it B? What is it now? It's not, it's D, isn't it? D. X. No. B. C. There we go. We've got it. Finally. DBC, and we reclaim all the bobbins down here. Bosh. Although it looks to me like it's only beat dogs. It doesn't seem to be fatal at all for the goblins, which is a shame. I would have liked to have got a little bit more goblin armour to melt down, but what the hell. Can't get everything you want, can you? Can't have everything. says the siege isn't over yet, but to be honest, I'm not seeing any trolls or goblins left. Must be just waiting for the stragglers to get off the screen. That's what it is. They're probably around the screen limits. A lot of bones on the floor here. Slightly worrying. That's okay though. I'm sure they'll get cleaned up. Maybe even get used in some kind of artifact. That would be nice. I mean, it's a bit grim when they make stuff out of dwarven bones, but it's also pretty cool. When they get into those bad moods and make something a bit metal, that's what you want to see. Why is this boy lying on the floor? Why have we got a corpse just dumped here? They didn't die there, did they? Oh, hang on, they're currently in the task, so if we forbid it and then unforbid it, maybe someone else will pick them up. What about these ones? Are these also forbidden? No? Yeah, they are, look. Boom. Any more mangled corpse? There we go. That one. There we go. There we go. Take them out of the task and someone will come and grab them. Fantastic. Lovely. There's lots of stuff getting moved around here. I don't know what they're doing in this bar block stockpile. They're going apeshit for it though. Cancels pickup equipment interrupted by what? Interrupted by a troll. Oops. So where's that then? In the stairway? No. Is that why I see all that panic nonsense? Okay, let's try again quickly. Squad. The Willful Castles. Kill from list. Oh my god. Bosa and Esther. But where are they? Alright, we'll get Bosa and Esther and we'll kill them both then. Why not? A, B, enter. There we go. Let's go to the screen here. And we'll find Bosa the troll, wherever they are. There, oh, caged prisoner. Fucking hell. This guy needs killing though. Gosru Snarkooge, where are you? He's in the bloody fortress. Let's get him killed. Follow. Squad. B. Oh, he's gone already, isn't he? Let's find him on the list. Let's find him on the list. A and B we don't care about. It's you had a name. Oh my god, there's loads of trolls. Which one was on the loose though? Bosa, that wasn't Bosa, was it? Gosru Snarkooge. Him. That's the one, right? You. Others. Invader. There he is. There he is right there. Is he the one who's getting killed? I think he is. B. K. It was him. Okay, Gosru Snarkooge. Whatever. And now let's follow him. If we can. Follow. There we go. Let's see where he goes. Don't think he's going anywhere. Looks like he's mortally wounded and he's just scaring the local inhabitants. That's fine. Get our military down there. They'll hack him to pieces. I say hack him to pieces. Pummel him into a smear on the floor. Probably more accurate. Wail on him with their tiny fists for minutes on end. Potentially hours. We do have to get the military some proper weapons. It's looking a bit unprofessional when they come out without a uniform and just punch everything to death. There's only 8 of them too. We need to get a few more in there. Oh, everybody's getting interrupted by trolls. Calm down, everybody. The military will deal with it. The military are on their way and have matters in hand. Excuse me. Mind you, that's what they said in Return of the Living Dead. And look where that ended up. Not a good place. Very good film, though. What are you doing down here? What's going on? Are the trolls all over the show? Is this place absolutely rife with trolls? Shit, they've broken the well. Oh no, they just put blood next to it. Okay. Oh man, loads of our people are getting hurt. This isn't good. We just pause the action, quickly look at Dwarf Therapist. We had 93 adults, we now have... Shit, 90 adults. That troll's gone absolutely bonkers. On the plus side, everybody is absolutely ecstatic. So that's good. There's a positive spin on things. Everybody's super happy, but they are getting ripped apart by trolls, which you would think would bring the average mood down. But thanks to a little bit of dwarven psychiatry, no. Come on, people, move this shit. Get these corpses out of here. Is that troll dead yet? Good. Are we now no longer getting this string of, oh, I can't do it, there's a troll. I can't do it, there's a troll. No. Oh, look, the invader, the siege marker's gone, which maybe suggests that they've got rid of it. We had a lad in a mood, didn't we? There was a guy in a mood. Shit. Let's go down the floors and see if we can spot a dwarf in a mood in a workshop. Actually, if I just use this, we should be able to construct rock blocks, drink. It does tell you here if they're in a mood, right, doesn't it? Gives you a little hint. Oh, excuse me. A bit of flatulation there, apologies. Don't see it. Strange mood, here we go. Let's go and have a look at this little chap, see what he's up to. Oh, he's claimed that one, has he? Let's have a look and see what he wants. I must have rough gems. I must have cut gems. I must have bones. I must have adamantine wafers. Well, we have all that stuff. It's exciting that he wants them for a thing. I'm assuming it's uncut gems we don't have again. So, let's not muck around. Let's say mine, priority 1, boom. There we go. And maybe also I'm going to go and get some animals slaughtered, because if we're out of bones, we're out of bones. What can you do? Who can we do? Turkey, bull. Let's butcher the bull. And the ram. And the donkey. Why not? Good. Interrupted by a gremlin. Jesus Christ, everybody. Do you mind? Let's squad up. Let's get the willful lads going. B. Kill on a list. And then we'll scroll down till we see the sodding gremlin. Crundle, Gorlak, Troll, Magma Crab, Cave Blob. Lots of cage trolls. Gremlin. That's now A. There we go. Can we see anything else? No, that's fine. Just kill that freaking gremlin. I did order you to kill the gremlin, didn't I? Shite. My beans that. That's right. He'll turn up again. He's in the list. He's not getting in. Gremlin F. There we go. Enter, give order. Boom, they're doing it. Let's resume. We'll assume that will take place. Just leave it alone. We'll let them get on with it while we nursemaid this lad through his little mood. So he wanted gems. Cut, uncut. Let's see what he's actually got in his workshop. That's probably going to be a good indication of where the bottleneck is. He has obsidian, steel anvil, and adamantine wafers. So he's only got the adamantine wafers out of the things he wants for his mood. Gems, bones, adamantine wafers. Rough gems, cut gems, rough gems. Tanned hides? Oh, hello. Didn't see that one. Okay. Well, maybe that was it. We're killing the animals. We should get everything coming. We've got gems on the way of various forms. Bones, hides. It's annoying that they have to get them in a particular order, isn't it? Slightly awkward, I would say. Show mood in DF hack. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens. SHOWMOOD. Show mood. Okay, so he wants any rough gems, quantity 1. Any leather, rough gems, cut gems, bones. So he's got 0. Rough gems are the bottleneck, apparently. Seems strange. Has he got them yet? These need to be priority 1 diggings. If we're going to get... Oh, they already are. Okay, someone will dig that out, and then hopefully Mood Boy will go and pick it up. Mood Boy? Come on. Diggy. And there he is. Look, he's straight for it. Phew, we've reset the timer. His mood won't go nuclear. Good. So, there's a rough gem. Let's have a little look, see what you've got. Cut gems, he's got it. This show mood things works well, doesn't it? Off he goes again. Good sign. Don't want him hanging around in the workshop. That's usually a sign that he's going to lose his mind. Start pummeling his friends and enemies. Pummeling everything that moves and doesn't. Just pummeling. He gets very focused on the pummeling world. Come on, come back with whatever you want. Get your gubbins. Make your item. I'm a bit concerned because when I do this show mood thing on DF Hack, it says adamantine wafers quantity 1 got 150, which yeah feels a little much, right? There he is. He's dropped something else off again. That was rough gems. He's off to get leather now. Then rough gems again. Then cut gems. Then bones. I think he's safe to be left. I don't think we need to panic. I think he can get everything he wants, and we can just leave him to his own devices. Said the scoundrel. Probably wrong. Hello, we've got miasma. What's all this miasma from? Presumably there's a corpse knocking around, but I don't see it. Obviously. Oh, here we go. Zom Nugabadastats rotten leg. Ah, is that a goblin piece? It's a goblin piece. What we need to do is de-designate all of the forbids on this floor. So B, no, not B. D, B, was it O? C, DBC. And then if we just reclaim absolutely everything in this corridor, we should be all good. Things will start getting moved, corpses will start getting buried, equipment will start getting collected, etc., etc., etc. We do need to deal with some of these beat dog corpses as well. They're not the finest things to be having around. And presumably that gremlin died, right? We sent the guys after it, but I didn't get any notifications saying that the gremlin had popped its clogs or lived. It'll be fine. It's got to be dead, right? It's got to be dead. How could it still be alive after the might of my fortress's military had been thrown at it? Yeah, deado, deado. Right, they're getting the dead beat dogs out of there. That's a good sign. Do I have enough silver spikes to install some more? Let's have a look at the stocks. Stocks, Q, spikes. Silver. Let's type in silver rather than spikes. Quite a few actually. And a lot of silver bars. Oh wow. Okay, let's start putting in some more spikes. Build, trap component, upright spear spikes. Pop those in there. And then menacing silver spikes. Menacing silver spikes. Menacing silver spikes. How many have we got in there now? Clearly not enough. It'll stop me when I can't put any more in. There we go. And how is it? D, done selecting. There we go. Okay, so then we'll put in another spike spear trap right there. Oh, we can't. We've only got 4 silver spikes. Forget that. Forget that one. Don't worry, everybody. Calm down. Panic over. Slightly concerned. Nope, look, Mood Boy's on the move again. He's still going, so he's not building up resentment. It'll all be fine. No need to panic. None whatsoever. The amount of adamantine in there is kind of peaked. I would like to get a bit more of that up there, so let's see if we can achieve anything there. That looks pretty clearly safe. And it means this can be dug out, right? Let's give it a go. Let's see how it turns out. Ideally, as a giant pile of adamantine that we can do with as we wish. Non-ideally, a portal to hell flooded with evil clowns. Which, you know, isn't the end of the world, although it probably will be the end of the fortress. We're not really going to have much chance of keeping Cryptbeards going at Cryptbeards XVIII going after the breach to hell has been made. It's usually an end point for most civilizations, I feel. Although I'm not aware of any real life civilizations that have breached into hell. I mean, if you are, feel free to enlighten me, let me know all about it, but I will meet your assertions with a degree of skepticism. It has to be said. I'm not entirely sure that's even possible. Come on, guys, get down here and dig.
Show me how you dig out this adamantine. Come on now. You're brave boys, you can do it. You're very clever little dwarves.
They take their time, don't they? I mean, we're at 50 frames a second, so, I mean, they shouldn't take too long. These dwarves must have been trained up pretty high by now, right? They're very experienced lads. They've barely stopped swinging picks for years now. There we go, a little bit more adamantine to harvest. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Don't think it's circus time yet. Of course, people have been wrong in the past, so maybe it is circus time. Maybe it is. I feel like this is supposed to be the bottom layer of the spire, but I mean, maybe we go down a floor, see what happens. Have a little look-see. Ooh, look, we can definitely dig that out. Oh, hang on, this whole level isn't accessible. Don't get ahead of yourself, scoundrel. This can be dug out as well. There we go, those two bits. That's nice. I don't think that should be dug out, though. Oh, well, maybe that can be dug out. You know what? It's not adamantine, so why can't it be dug out? That's what I say. Why not? Why not? Still tons of bloody miasma everywhere. Takes forever to get rid of these troll corpses. We've got space in the rubbish pile, though. Do we have a corpse stockpile, though? Because I feel like that's probably where they should be going, rather than a rubbish stockpile. Separate your waste. That's what you've got to do. It makes recycling just that little bit easier. What the hell is this? Why is there a flashing green G sitting in that bed? Inod the brewer? Tanning a hide? Ah, mangled gremlin corpse. Okay, sure. If that's what you want to keep in your barracks bed, you go right ahead, dwarves. You put your little trophies of your kills into your beds, and I will be just a little bit, that's odd. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Then again, I suppose a large portion of what's come out of my mouth this evening has made no sense whatsoever, so, you know, maybe I should cut them a little bit of slack. Maybe I shouldn't force them to be quite so sensical. Just embrace the nonsensical. Right. Nothing exciting going on here. Mason's workshop? That's right, that's the Craftsdwarf workshop. Currently extracting metal strands as well? I don't think so. That's not what's supposed to be going on here. Not at all. That's supposed to be going on down here. And does appear to be doing so, so let's not panic. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and drown ourselves in fear. That would be counterproductive. Any kind of drowning, in fact, I would consider pretty counterproductive. Well, I suppose drowning in success? No, you're still drowning. Drowning is bad. Or at least all of my research indicates it to be so. And I'm prone to trusting that research. It seems sensible. What am I talking about? Madness. Right, this looks like it can start to be dug as well. Let's clear out some of this space. There we go. Should do for now. Oh, the slow process of just picking that candy out of the rocks. It takes forever, doesn't it? Sooner or later, though, we will end up with a glorious suit of adamantine armour, encasing a vampire with a silver with an adamantine sword. I don't know why I said silver there. Silver swords ain't all that. Has this guy started working? He's not even started working. What has he not got? He needs more rough gems, more cut gems, and more bones. Jesus Christ, come on, lad. Surely enough's enough, right? Well, in that case, let's just go crazy and dig out that. Boom. Lovely. In fact, let's make it even higher priority than that. Bang. There's your gems. Somebody get those out of the wall, into his hands, so he can start making his crazy item. Whatever it may be. Adamantine, you know. It's going to be valuable. There's no doubt about it. I bet it's just some shitty decoration in adamantine. I mean, you could be making anything. That's a metal crafter's workshop, so... I mean, you could be making a weapon, you could end up making artifact armour, you could end up making another chain. The options are almost unlimited. Quick, have a look. The only thing he needs now is bones, and he has trundled off to get them. And, I mean, it's not like we don't have a lot of bones knocking around. We definitely have plenty of bones knocking around. Just up here, I mean, look. Everywhere. Bones, bones, bones. Bones galore. What's this guy doing? Okay, he's hauling a cage. They're resetting all the cage traps, which I think is a good idea. We don't want those being left unactivatable. Although it looks like these ones here can't be activated. These ones are primed. I are concerned. But we'll let that concern slide. We'll just ignore it for now. Okay. Everything seems to be recovering after the little fracas. That's nice. The siege didn't end us, although it did do quite a bit of damage. I'm a little bit disappointed at how much damage got done. We lost a good few dwarves. I should have just tried to sit it out, shouldn't I? I shouldn't have sat there being all cocky and flipping the lever for the drawbridges and stuff like that. I should have been far more careful. I mean, maybe I could rewire the levers. So, ooh, excuse me, how rude. Maybe I could rewire the levers just to allow, like, for this end to stay closed even when these pits open. Is that a thing? Is that a doable thing? Is that an option? I think so. Oh, look, here he comes. Here comes the bone boy himself, hunting for bones, and here's what looks like a nice... Oh, no? He's going up here. He's got some specific bones in mind. He has very refined bone tastes. What kind of bones have you picked up? Let's have a quick peek. Let's have a look at your inventory. He is carrying... Zom's beak. Okay. Beak dog bones. Actual beak dog beak. Very nice. Who's this person here? Ushat Ragroads. Okay, he's just sitting there. There's a bit of his vomit on the floor, but other than that, he doesn't seem to be wounded, so we'll just let him get it all out. We'll let him bring it all up and calm down. Then he can come back in the fortress once his tummy's empty. Don't bring that fountain of chunks over here, young man. I have no interest in cleaning it up from the floor. You introduce your vomiters to the grass, where it can lay and be picked over by carrion feeders. There we go. I think that was... Yep, the mysterious construction has begun. Okay, so our first mysterious construction. Our first legendary artifact to contain adamantine in the fortress is under construction. What will they produce? What will you do, beautiful Amust Orencol, the metal crafter? Come on, show me something good. He's got slate gizzard stones, adamantine wafers, Zom's beak, rough yellow zircons, rough rock crystals, cave blob leather, and shale gizzard stones. Ooh. Gizzard stones, of course, being stones kept in the stomach of an animal for the purposes of grinding up food, where they may or may not have teeth to do that for them. So there you go. If anyone ever threatens they'll cut your gizzard out, well, laugh in their face, you don't have one. It's a set of muscles in the throat used to grind the gizzard stones together to aid digestion, and it's only present in birds and reptiles. The Forgotten Beast, Nunor Gonthakman, Milol Avos has come. A great alligator with lidless eyes. It has thin wings of stretched skin, and it is ravening. Beware its poisonous sting. Okay, I will do when I find it. Is that him? Is that the lad? Oh no, here he is. I see the boy. Let's follow. See what he does. Let's follow the lad. See him swim in his alligatory way. Can't dig, clowns will eat me. That's it's a legitimate concern in the world of Dwarf Fortress. You don't want the clowns eating you. We all float down here. Lovely bit of floating. I wonder if he can even get out. Some of the ones with wings can't actually fly with them. So if he's got these thin, flimsy wings, he may well be trapped down in the water. And that would be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe he'll just splash around for a bit and then fuck off. That would be good. They call him Splisher, Splisher, forgotten beast in water, trapped in the liquid, he cannot escape. They call him Splisher, Splisher, splishing and splashing, etc., etc. That didn't go anywhere, did it? Real mistake to even begin it, to be honest. I knew it wasn't going to work. Yet, still, I brazenly put my feet forward and stomped off into that little world of idiocy. Come on. Oh, he's gone dark. Well, hiding are we? Intriguing. Let's go in here and check out for him, just to make sure he's around. Ghostly miner? Dishmab Rullashcot? Okay, we'll have to get him treated. Let's give him a nice little memorial doodad. Yeah, it looks like the thing might have gone, actually. Yeah, it has. Okay. Well, let's get Dishmab memorialised while we're thinking about it. Find a Craftsdorf workshop. Whoa! Amast Orankol, the metal crafter, has created Ulzestikasat, Libad Sheget, an adamantine flask. He offers it to the organised salves. Ooh, let's have a little peeky. Runge empty, the praise of horns. What the hell? Oh, rung empty. That makes sense. No value. Okay. This is an adamantine flask. All Craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with marquee-cut yellow zircons and octagon-cut rut crystal. Okay, that one's a difficult one. Let's try that one more time. It is encrusted with marquee-cut yellow zircons and octagon-cut rock crystals, decorated with cave blob leather and encircled with bands of adamantine. Oval slate cabochons and rose-cut yellow zircons, he says, putting the emphasis on the wrong syllables. This object menaces with spikes of beak dog bone. On the item is an image of Onget Fold Fortresses, the dwarf in shale. Well, it's a little bit vanilla in design, but I feel like we can forgive it because apparently it's so valuable they can't assign a value to it. Is that true of any of these other things? Is that an error that's going on at the moment? It is. Oh. Maybe our appraiser died. That's not impossible. In fact, it's not even unlikely. In fact, I'm going to check. Let's go over to Dwarf Therapist and have a little peek. Let's see if that's a thing. Hello. Do we still have our appraiser? Sort by nothing. Can't actually I can sort by occupation, can't I? So, there we go. Get rid of the no occupation boys. Nobody has an occupation. That's not what they're looking for. Okay, sort by, is it nobility? Roles? Legendary status? It's not occupation. Profession. Does that? Animal caretaker, animal trainer. I'll tell you what, we'll just go through the blue ones until we see. Militia commander, Archimedes is a glass. No, not. What's his title then? Oh, I think he's a squad leader. Who else have we got here? Oh, we need to read the dwarves before we do anything. Okay, there we go. That's probably going to have a bit more sense to it. Although it's not going to make it any easier to find out who our bookkeeper is. No, doesn't say anything there, even though they've got a yellow highlight. What does that mean? Oh, manager. There we go. Manager. They're the vampires. So it looks like our bookkeeper may well have popped his clogs. Yeah. Dead. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's go and have a look. Yes, you're quite right, Clinidev. It is our bookkeeper who died. So we will head over to the fortress again, if you will indulge me a moment of transition. There we go. And we'll go to the noble screen and see if anybody has any skills that are applicable. Bingo. So, expert record keeper, adept record keeper, talented record keeper. Well, we'll go for the expert then, right? Obok the Stonecrafter? Boom. You are now a bookkeeper. What the hell? You've got requirements? You should have a bookkeeper's office. Okay, let's find the bookkeeper's office. It should be up here in the tower. Who's this? Auto allocate to militia commander. Current owner, fishery worker. What the blazes? Why have we got a fishery worker here? Well, this is nobody's bedroom. I'll ignore that for a second. What about this one? Also allocate to manager. Looks like I haven't got a bookkeeper's office, which is a little bit disappointing, but it will have to do. So make bedroom, size bedroom. No, don't do that. Let's first build a door. There we go. That makes a proper bedroom, doesn't it? There we go. Even bigger than that, assign the bed to the bookkeeper. There we go. And auto allocate to bookkeeper. Lovely. And then we need to put a table. Oh, hang on. We need to build a table. Needs a table. For Christ's sake, J-Q T-A-B-L-E. Make me a rock table. In fact, make me 10 rock tables. And while we're at it, let's also make some thrones. Oop, thrones out of rock. 10, please. There we go. They shouldn't take too long to get made. I just have to remember to set him up with an office. Although, technically, there should be a bookkeeper's office auto-assigned. I'm sure of it. Funny thing, says Clinidev, the wiki says I'm wrong. Your broker's appraiser skill is also used to determine whether to display item values in general and in the trade depot. Oh. Okay. Shift. Oh, that's not what we want. We want to see lovely... Nope, still no value. Okay, we just need to let him get better, or get him to do his first rounds or something. I'm not entirely sure on the nuts and bolts of how mechanics work. Okay, still no tables or chairs. That's fine though. We could live with that. The adamantine's starting to build up again. That's good. Hopefully we'll end up with plenty of stuff so we can make a suit of armour. In fact, let's take stock of our stocks. Stocks, steel. Goodbye steel leggings. Hello steel bars. Hooray. I also want to check out the adamantine, don't I? Adam. 20 wafers and 11 raw adamantine. Nice. Okay, so we're getting there. We're building up the raw adamantine. We're building up the wafers. It's just getting everything put through the system now. That's the big thing. Let's check out all this adamantine around here. On this floor, this floor, this floor. There's not actually that much free adamantine up here by the looks of things. It seems a little bit, a little bit enclosed. But we can dig on this floor. This floor seems like it has some potential benefits, right? Get rid of all this. There we go. Should end up clearing that out soon. We'll see some nice free adamantine, and we shall pry it from the hands of the earth itself. Too many Crundles buggering around in the fortress for my taste. I think they need to get killed. I know, it's quite tense, isn't it? You sit there, you leave it, you put an order in, you come back, you put another order in, and then you do know that it's going to end up being a bit too much. Eventually, I'll just need that one more wafer, just one more piece to get the thing I want made, and it's all going to go tits up. Totally tits up. Okay. That's been picked up at least. I think what I need to do is put some stairs up to just get to these higher levels, right? Or maybe even down. If I go down here and say I want to come into this block, D, I, enter, enter, there we go. Upper floor, bang, there we go. Doesn't work. Fair enough. We'll try something different. This upper floor should be good for now. Let's get this all dug out, and then we should be able to see what pieces of adamantine are free. He says, come on, get around the edges, pick up some nice stuff. I hope I can't dig out a piece of stone and then realise, oh no, I went too far. I really hope that the only way you can actually open up the circus is to actually remove a piece of adamantine. Otherwise, no. What am I doing? There we go. Let's get all this dug out. It's not a particularly prodigious spire that we've got here either. I'm a little bit disappointed. Could have been bigger. I mean, obviously it could have been bigger. We could have had two. But it's just not the way it worked out. Shouldn't complain.
Mustn't grumble.
Come on, dwarves, get those picks tinging. Get me some sweet adamantine. I haven't even made one decent item out of the adamantine yet. You've got to get to work. I'm worried by this massive monolithic lump. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a safe thing to dig out. Who knows though, maybe this is just one long, single, snaky ridge of the stuff with no possibility of piercing the circus. Blimey, it's actually quite a big deposit when you look at the surface area, but the actual free bits, not so much.
Not so much, really.
There we go. Don't dig that one out, you don't know what it's going to do. There we go. Come on. Everybody keep digging. Got to find ourselves some sweet, sweet free stuff to dig out. Go over there. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Keep going. Keep going, little fellas. Swingy, swingy. You are some dwarfs and you're digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. No, you're not going to do it? You are doing it. Come on. Get there. Get all the way round. I want this whole bit to be free. That would be nice.
That would be bloody lovely.
Come on. Dig in. Oh, yeah, this looks pretty good, actually. Looks like this bit is going to be free. Can't really dig anywhere else here, though, because we are definitely running a high-risk operation if we do that. Okay, it's not everything I wanted to be free, but at least there was something free. Now, don't see any adamantine on this floor, so let's see if we can just take this upper floor and see how high it goes. Hello, Buckshot Brigade, welcome back. Anu chiki briki ivdamke. Not that I probably pronounced that right, but I gave it a shot. I had a little go. I tried my darndest. Right, let's dig cautiously this way until we either strike adamantine or we've cleared what seems like the area. Oh, it's all wet stone. Why? There's no caverns below. No caverns above, as best I know. Worry, worry. Have you died yet? In this fortress? I don't think you have. Bear with me. I'm just going to refer to the therapist. Has nickname? There we go. Nope. Still kicking. Still going well. Probably due to the fact that you're quite the competent metal dude, so you're probably staying near the forges and whatnot. Doesn't make sense to have you out there on the front lines. We need you, Bucky. Keep digging across, find me some more adamantine, unless that's the lowest level of it, or the highest level of it, rather. I'm not sure you were a soldier to begin with in this. Maybe, maybe not. We'd have to check. In fact, I'll do that right now. Let's check. In fact, yes, you are a soldier. I believe you're a militia commander, even. So that does kind of change what I said. Oops. I don't think we're going to find any adamantine on this level. Seems implausible. Anyone going to come dig this? Come on. Diggy diggy. Diggy diggy. There hasn't been a lot of militiaing, to be honest, Buckshot. The last couple of sieges, we've just sealed ourselves in and waited for them to piss off. Although this time I got a little bit frisky with the drawbridges, and we ended up getting trolls inside, which was big mistake. Big mistake. But not an insurmountable mistake, thankfully. Just a big one. Just a big wobbly mistake slapping me in the face repeatedly. That's the noise. That's the noise it makes. Come on, people, get this strand extracting done. Let's get all these lovely wafers and start building some armour. Okay, maybe I can begin making my first sets of armour. I don't know, is the armour skill high enough though? That's what I want to know. Don't actually have anyone that great at it. It's Buckshot Brigade or nobody. And although he's level 9, which is professional, it's not quite what I want, you know? It's not quite what I want. Have our dwarven lads and lassies learned to properly use weapons? No. I haven't produced enough weapons yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there sooner or later. By hook or by crook, there will be some activity. I mean, I could start making some steel battle axes, actually. In fact, maybe I will. JMQ, and I want 10. STEELBA. There we go. Steel battle axe. Give me 10 for an entire squad. Bang. There we go. And then we can assign those to our squad and get them training with it, which would be useful. Okay. So that's underway. Everything's ticking over. The food area's okay. The mines are active. The well's still active. All this is getting used. Nice. That's the craft store. We're getting the adamantine. And then down here we've pretty much cleared out all the free hagging adamantine. However, there may be other deposits that I haven't discovered yet. Although, now that I look, probably not. Probably not. Highly doubtful. Oh well, we did our best. We got as much as we could. There's still a few more bits that we could probably tease off of here, but I don't want to go wild. I mean, I'm sure you all understand my reluctance. Let's put some up downstairs in, and I think we should do that. Boom, here. Bingo, there you go. Those stairs will get dug out. That should give us a little bit of access to down here, and the ability to dig some more sweet, sweet adamantine. Floor by floor, careful does it. That's what we want. That was the sound of me kissing my thumb and forefinger pressed together. That wasn't me making, dismissive noises. That was the chef's kisses. Sign of excellence. We should probably have built a hospital some time ago, but I fear that would have consumed some of our thread. So for now, we should leave hospitals, libraries, temples, all that kind of bobbins for later down the line. I'm not really interested in that this time round. To be honest, I think a large part of what killed us was, last time, the fact that we had all these places inviting hundreds of visitors in. It just wasn't productive. Oh look, we can get to that piece already. Huh. Go figure. Go figure. I wasn't expecting that at all. My goodness, I have been recording for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Another epic Dwarf Fortress video forged from adamantine and uploaded to YouTube. Or maybe not. Probably forged out of something a little bit less exciting, like maybe pewter or nickel. Wouldn't that be nice? Chrome. Forged from chrome. Witness me. You gonna dig that out? Come on. Just a bit more. We may as well give it a few more minutes, let the video get up to its full fatness, and then I think we'll call a time, because frankly, there's not much happening right now, and I need some action. I need a bit of hot action. Can't hang around here waiting for my dwarves to get things done. Got to find something more productive to do. Come on, get that adamantine up there. Shred it all down, get it sorted. I'm worried that we no longer have a dwarf who can do this. Let me just quickly refer again. Look at the strand extraction. No, we have got a dwarf who's doing it. It's all good, just taking a very long time to build up. I have disabled all their other skills though, so it shouldn't take too long. It should happen at least. That's the theory. That is the hope. That is the theory. That is the dream. Then again, dreams don't always come true. Is it the stockpile situation that's causing problems? I think it might be. I think we might be just ending up not enough space to store all the copper, and it's choking up our metalworks. Our metal gutty works. Maybe. They seem to be taking the steel leggings in to do the armour, so that's good. When we finally do get around to using the adamantine for armour, the person who makes it is going to be very skillful. Very, very skillful. I just watched the episode of American Gods with the dwarves in. It's pretty good. Pretty good. With the whole magic item shtick. I liked it. I say just watched it. I watched it over 3 hours ago, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh, that table's been built. It means the bookkeeper can have a table. What a delight. Excuse me, my voice is wobbling all over the shop. Let's come up here, find the room where I put the... Oh, hello. Oh, we're getting a save. Very practical. Oh, and I noticed looking at my preview screen that we've had a follow as well. I didn't catch who that was. I couldn't read the tiny text on my preview screen, but if you make it through to the end, no doubt your name will appear in the credits, and I'll say hello, and thank you, and all that kind of stuff. All those things that a streamer says when stream things happen. Come on, savey. I suppose while we're at this impasse, and I did notice the follow, if anyone does have an Amazon Prime or a Twitch Prime subscription they are looking to use or have no particular person to dump it on, I mean, I will not complain if you choose to give it to me. I'll be quite chuffed, in fact. But feel no pressure. This isn't how I make my livelihood. It's just for funsies. Although, I tell you what, it's even more fun when you make money. I know you shouldn't say things like that, but it's true. It's definitely true. Come on, guys, get everything out of it. Oh, looks like we're taking some troglodyte bodies up. That's good. Good. The trolls are just sitting here, though. Why is that? Why are you doing that? The partial skeleton is just sitting there doing nothing. Maybe they think it's some kind of decoration. Maybe that's what they're thinking. They're thinking if we just leave lots of bones lying around on the floor, eventually they'll become incorporated with the floor and look like they were intentionally sculpted, giving us some sweet, cheap details. Maybe. Or maybe not. Personally, I think it seems like the long way around doing that. I mean, actually get someone to try to sculpt it would probably be a better idea. Oh, pardon me. It reminds me of a documentary I saw recently about the cave paintings at Lascaux. Lascaux? I think it's called Lascaux in France. And they're tens of thousands of years old. And all over the floor, there's lots and lots of skulls and bones from different animals. And they don't know quite why they're there. It doesn't seem like they've been eaten. Or they may have been eaten by bears that used the caves instead of human beings at different times of history, or prehistory even. And some of them have been completely covered in like calcite deposits, and they look like, the stalagmites and stalactites, except skull-shaped, with like little mini stalactites and stalagmites falling off of them. They look pretty cool. I think the documentary is called Cave of Forgotten Dreams. It's a Warner Herzog one. Worth a look. Worth a look. It's not his best work, because that's Grizzly Man. But it's worth a look. Ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Beautiful documentary. And some unintentionally hilarious moments to my mind. Come on, guys. Get everything done. I'm sitting here with my hands on my head with my fingers knitted, just watching the dwarves run backwards and forwards with no real purpose now. I think it being 2:10 in the morning may have more than a little to do with that. Right, let's check out all the adamantine. Is there any more that can be dug out easily, or have we gathered all the low-hanging fruit? It seems like we've gathered all the low-hanging fruit, doesn't it? There's no more dangly apples. Although this bit does look tantalisingly available, doesn't it? Just there. Just there. And maybe there. And then maybe this bit as well. And then... Oh, we dug through into the bloody circus. What a bunch of idiots. I can already smell the hell. Yum. Ah, there's nothing like the scent of Satan's realm in the morning. Well, it is morning. I was about to say, but it's not morning. And then I realised, no, 2 in the morning. Well, 2:10 a.m. definitely counts as morning. Ah, dear. Come on, just something happen. Anything happen. Give us a nice little bookend to the stream. Come on, Dwarf Fortress. Delight me. Tease me. Treat me. Make me feel special. Paint me like one of your French girls. No? It's not happening, is it? Dwarf Fortress is failing to respond. It has no interest in fulfilling the desires of ordinary mortal men. The realms in which Dwarf Fortress operates are far more esoteric and strange than any of you could possibly imagine. Yet, here you are, trying your best. Well, it won't work. It won't work, I tell you. It's a fool's errand. A path to madness, a world of Lovecraftian nightmares, and where am I going with this? This is really unnecessary. Showboating, if anything, and not even good showboating. The kind of showboating that goes out to the middle of the lake with a massive fucking hole and goes, oh shit, now we can't get back. Good job we didn't bring any life rafts. Ah! There we go, that's the kind of showboating I do. Dear, oh dear. Okay. I think now is as good a time as any to call pause and say, those of you watching on YouTube, hello. Thank you very much for doing so. It's been a pleasure recording for you, but I'm going to stop the recording now and we'll see what happens to the liveys after that.